find y'all this past week. Y'all just showed up. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Appreciate it.
Now we need that energy for the polls.
Yeah, we don't need to get Ken upset again.
No, this week I'll tag people this week, so we got some votes this week.
This week we didn't put it up till today too. So
Yeah, but everybody, thank y'all for responding right away. I appreciate y'all.
All right, sport fact of the week.
All right, December 8th, 1988, the New York Knicks set the NBA record of 11 three-pointers to beat the Bucks 113-109. The NBA record for a team
Was
for three-pointers was 11.
You can get that in the quarter.
Like that's a light day for Steph by himself.
Hold on there now. Hold on, Mark. What you ain't gonna do?
Hell no.
Wow.
Hey, now that's funny. I give you that one. I'm here for a good joke.
You know what?
I do the jokes here, motherfucker. Let's get that correct first. I'm the only one making jokes.
Spicy.
Can I have the aux cord, please? I'll find it. But yeah, outside of that, I mean that's wild. But we ain't even gonna dilly dally. We ain't gonna waste no more time. We gonna get right on.
Two dilly dallies and
in one episode.
Fam, feel like Monday.
That's like
it feel like Monday. You just gotta give us a second here.
A lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. It's your whole music. Lovely, lovely day.
That's probably our as long as we can sing that
I was
song
gonna say,
before
I'm
we
about to
get
your flag.
What? I don't sound like the motherfucker now. Come on now. Don't do me like that.
Hey, you don't sound
You
like
don't
them
take
his
it.
I was
words.
appreciating. I wasn't taking, I was appreciating.
This is intellectual property.
But no, let's get into the show. All right, so we're gonna start with some football talk, some football conversations here. With the NFC, of course, the Green Bay Packers, the division leading Green Bay Packers, had a bye week this past week, so ain't too much to talk about them at the moment. But
Which means I don't have anything to talk about.
but the Minnesota Vikings went to Detroit this past Sunday. And Detroit actually won. They beat the Vikings 29-27. And now mathematically, Detroit's alive.
That's some wild shit.
That's wild as hell, bro.
That's some
They
wild
still
shit.
alive.
Speaks to how trash the rest of them are.
It didn't even seem like no one wanted to win that game, bro.
No,
Detroit's
Jared
fine.
Goff was throwing some darts. I mean, he still sucked, but Jared Goff was throwing some darts.
But he
TJ
can
Hawkinson was
do
showing
that,
his
bro.
ass.
No, golf can do that every once in a while, bro.
No, it was TJ Hawkinson catches too. Like that motherfucker was getting up and grabbing them.
It was just a weird game. It was an ugly game.
Them motherfuckers beat.
So
Hey.
the most pressing question that everybody wants to know: you pay up?
I will pay up.
I couldn't believe you made that bet.
I couldn't believe them motherfuckers won on Sunday. Like
That was-
goddamn.
Damn. You know,
Bro,
These were the games that we were talking about.
when
like,
they
it's like-
scored with a minute 40 left, I was like, boy, ain't no way.
Psych,
Jared Goff ain't Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, but
Jared
Minnesota
Goff
is Minnesota.
Ain't
too.
Tom Brady.
Minnesota.
Jared Goff had just had turnover.
He did.
Jared Goff won them the goddamn game, bro.
Pulled it off, B. That's what he do.
Oh, there I go. Because Minnesota had a comedy of errors. I was looking at them like, what are y'all out here doing? What are y'all doing? How do y'all only score what they have? The Vikings fan in the chat came through, Dwayne. The Vikings reserve the right to lose. They always do. They always do. If they not at home, you got a good shot. You got a great shot when they not at home. Something about that stupid horn and y'all fans when y'all be going crazy, give them some extra powers for some reason. But
because they arena be killing birds.
Prevent defense did lose the game, Dwayne.
Prevent damn defense.
And here's the thing too with like Minnesota in particular, where it's like they are hurt. They are hurt. They're banged up.
Mhm.
So like it kind of makes some sense that they could have been the team that Detroit beat. But the thing too is like I kept saying all season, Detroit can win a game because they've been close at the end of a few. Minnesota has been close at the end of a few games. They've lost some, they won some. Of course, when you put them two teams together, something weird was about to happen.
Bro, it's like everybody that plays the Lions, like since like game week 5 or 6, they play just like the damn Lions. They didn't
Which is
fumble.
why the Lions could win
you.
again.
Thank
Like
you.
every
Like,
team.
A dog
Whether
shot.
it's
I
the
mean,
Steelers or the damn Eagles. The
Yeah.
Eagles whoop their ass. Never mind, not the Eagles.
You arguing my point.
Right, like you
Yeah.
think that yeah.
Hey, bro, I
Every
don't know why
team
you
coming
did
that
that.
bitch,
The
and all of a
Sun-
sudden it's 3 fumbles and 2 picks on both sides.
The sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
You have no allegiance, bro, to the Lions.
None.
You made the bet though.
Right. One
Like,
game.
For what?
Well, he did bet against the Lions.
I
That's
did.
what
Like I had no allegiance with. I
Yeah.
have no ties with
But
them.
still, I ain't.
But to put money on like
exactly on a team that I
one
don't give a
game,
damn about.
just needed one.
Yeah.
I'm curious though. Like we're in the age of analytics. Like there has to be. Like I've never seen the stats for like a prevent defense. Like changing your aggressiveness level that you play with the entire game when you know that the other team is pressing. Like why wouldn't you
Dial it
want to
up.
match? Like I'm not saying like send the house, but at the same time,
Yeah.
like don't take like the air. Don't let the air out of the tires. Basically, like you have people just like. Okay, we're just gonna leave them in front of us. Like, yeah, maybe for your safeties, but like as far as
Play on 5 yard
everybody
talk,
else,
bro.
like send pressure. Make
Send
a play
four,
in the
at
game.
least send 4. At least send 4. They said they were sending 3 the whole drive.
Yeah, to Dwayne's part, like how do you only send 3 the whole drive?
Brady, y'all got a good front 4.
Mark says Zimmer gonna be Green Bay's defensive consultant next year. Hey, the way
I'll take it.
Joe looking, he might not even need Zimmer. Might slow him down.
It's the first time I said that about a Packers defense. in a
I'm
long time.
saying, but
Since Reggie White and shit.
Detroit got their first victory.
Yeah,
They was
that was their
partying.
Super Bowl.
Some people were acting like, "What are you celebrating so hard?" Because they lost every other
Right.
game.
Every.
I mean, they also had a tie, but
For
a
a
tie
year.
feel like a loss.
I know it was lit in there though.
They won a game in a
you know it
year.
was lit though.
364 days according to Mark.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
his
It
first
was.
win in the Lions organization, period.
No, the team itself hasn't won in like it was
That's
almost a year.
crazy.
It was almost a year to the date that
That
team,
is
people in that
crazy.
that locker room who were there last year,
Taking L after L, bro.
Like-
haven't won.
Like half of
since.
this streak belongs to what's the guy's name? Matt Stafford. I couldn't think of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And now Stafford is being Stafford over in LA.
and they got like I knew they had a yeah. Let them have it. People who's mad at Detroit for celebrating, dog.
Yeah, get that.
No, yeah,
There
let
is
them
so-
enjoy their celebration.
Get your shit
But,
on.
Because like the jokes that everybody would have had if they finished the season
Yeah.
winless.
Exactly.
They don't
Yep.
let their
Like
ass
they earned this celebration.
And
up. Now in the playoff contention.
they ain't gonna get there. But
Wilding
man,
in the
That's
league.
funny.
We're gonna get to it later, but the Rockets lost a bunch and then they won a bunch, so like it could happen.
hey, the Patriots started off the stadium or the season
Boy.
terrible, and they've
Boy.
been
Number
they've
one.
they've been rolling. Oh, Dwayne! Shout out to our guy Dwayne, who's in the live
I saw
right
he
now.
converted his wife.
Hey,
That's what got them to win.
as soon as I saw your wife, who was a Lions fan and Vikings gear, I said, "Oh, the Lions winning today." I knew it at that moment. I said, "Oh, they winning today. It's done. I'm gonna get my $20. It is over." Dwayne, thank your wife. Thank the wife for me. Thank the wife for me.
It was out here wilding in the D.
The Arizona Cardinals
Pause.
flew.
Boy, you on some other shit tonight. I hear you. Turn up.
He just caught it.
Yeah.
The Arizona Cardinals traveled to Chicago in some terrible weather, which again, I'm getting too old for bad weather sports.
See, I love my Bears. I wouldn't have been out there. I'm sorry. Right off the lake too, bro. Hell no.
All that rain, people struggling to put the ponchos on.
Frustrated out there. And then to take the L, nigga. Hell no.
Lost by 11,
Bro,
33 to
hell no.
22.
It was a worse game than the score. Like
How so? Because I was watching. Well,
Wait, who was the quarterback
Dalton.
Oh, for which team?
for Bears?
Dalton.
Andy, because what's
Okay.
he's still out.
Okay.
He got broken was bruised ribs. But yeah, we just and I can't blame it on Andy Dalton. Montgomery had a really good game.
Montgomery. doing his thing.
And that's to be expected. Andy Dalton was just being Andy Dalton. Like he was, he making some throws. You be like, oh, he's looking good. But then next drive, he tried. So
Andy Dalton had a.
I'm tired of taking L's, bro. Like I'm literally in my chest.
He had what?
Lakers
four?
lose. The Bears lose every fucking week, bro. Like I'm tired of taking L's, bro. I can't take no more.
They saying
Sure.
Mark put in the comments the Bears about to get waxed.
Hey,
so-
bro, what, nigga? Relax, sir. You're a guest. Yeah,
Well,
the
real quick,
fool over here.
before we do continue on with Chicago, we do want to point out what Mark said that Coach Campbell of Detroit, he dedicated the game to the victims of the Oxford shooting. So
Okay.
that was a
before or
class
after?
Yeah.
when they won. He said
Okay.
the game ball was for them, and he named everybody off.
Okay. What else was up?
So that was also
That's
nice
dope.
to see.
That is really
That was
good.
good for the city, I think, to have that little moment of jubilation. But the Bears, man.
Yeah, we gonna lose. Y'all asked me. He asked me. Yes, we're losing to the Packers on Sunday.
I was like, they
Don't
still
try
Sunday
to
night
don't try
football?
to Dwayne wife us like.
Hey, it worked for them. It worked for
Watch the
them.
game, bro.
It
Can we
worked
watch
for
the game
them.
together?
Hey, oh,
He gonna be in there with his Packers shirt on and shit.
Right.
Who's that Lambo? Remember
Hey,
Lambo?
hey, bro,
Bring out memorabilia and shit. Remember the time we saw
bro,
share
chill out,
and shit?
bro. Chill out, bro.
Wasn't that a good day? Yeah, man.
Great
yeah.
day for the
My son
Packers.
told me he wanted to put the towel up in his room. I was like, I believe not, sir.
It's okay. We're gonna sneak him some.
And
back
no
here.
Packers stuff coming up. I don't know where he get that from, but he love the Bucks. He love Giannis.
He live
Does he
here.
from
Packers. Man,
Like, y'all motherfuckers.
who taught him that
weirdos.
shit? I ain't teach him that
Like,
shit.
damn, man.
You're the only one go shopping for
I done
teams to root for.
Out of the state, high ass taxes on it. So I hope they tax you Chicago tax for all the
All
bear
right,
shit you get.
Nah, bro.
Catch that Illinois tax. Catch that Los Angeles tax.
Chill out, bro. I'm sick of taking L's. You know what? Fuck it. We gonna win this week.
Y'all done shamed
Fuck
him.
it.
Back.
Boston tax.
Hey, fuck it. Andy Dunk gonna have a hell of a week.
We actually don't know which quarterback y'all gonna play.
Don't matter.
It's gonna be Andy, man.
To Dwayne's point, the Packers can stand and lose.
Yeah,
A loss
I mean,
won't.
They can lose like the next four and still win the division. It don't
Oh yeah,
matter.
of course. Yeah, Nagy out of there.
I don't need that to happen though. We ain't-
No,
we don't-
I mean,
yeah,
it
I ain't
won't. I'm just saying
trying,
it could.
but, you know, yeah, knock on some wood.
Pause, bro.
Yeah. Dilly dally.
Yeah, Nagy. It could be Foles. Y'all might start Nick Foles.
Hey, he was up. He was warming up at the end of the game. We thought he was gonna come in this Sunday.
He's there looking like that the kid in the cam.
Oh,
commercial, like,
just warming up my arm.
Come in throwing hella picks.
That was one of my favorite. We should do like favorite sport commercials at some point because
I
that
wonder
was
where
one
that
of my
kid is
favorite.
now, though.
I do too.
They keep calling him Mac Jones.
I was gonna say it might be a quarterback and shit. Jared Goff and shit.
You
Because
got-
he's talking to Cam. Now he got Cam job.
Yeah. Hey, but Cam got his own job and
Barely.
Man,
Lord,
can't get right over there,
Brother,
boy.
struggling.
it's a lot of
Man.
struggling happening right now. But let's look at the NFL playoff picture. We can start in the
Playoffs?
AFC and flip back to the NFC. So looked at ESPN. They had like the breakdown. You know, you can go to 538 and all these other sites that give you like the playoff percentages and all that good stuff. So currently, here is the playoff positioning and their chance to make the playoffs. So you got the New England Patriots sitting on top of the AFC, 9-4
Who would
again.
have thought? Not
They
us.
started
Look at us.
started the season terribly. Threw the ball 3 times and beat Buffalo
That's wild.
during Monday
3
Night Football.
I watched that game. I was like, I had never seen no shit like this, bro.
2 weeks ago, they had both their running backs at 100 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that was because of the weather, though, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
the win was ridiculous.
Like
So,
they
like-
was throwing it like the wind was like
Just taking it.
Taking that motherfucker.
Which is like, so like, I saw people on there like, oh, this is the sign of America getting soft. Like people want to play football indoors and what they complain about the weather. I'm like, how is that an enjoyable product to watch? Like,
Yeah, who wanna watch that?
Watch
I
the ball
mean-
go 30 yards up the field on a 5-yard slant.
Mark said that New England got devil magic. That's
Bro,
wild.
they got
Devil,
Bill
bro.
Belichick, bro. That's just coaching at his motherfucking finest. Seriously.
I like football in the elements. I like watching it on my TV at home. I just don't want to be in it. So shout out to all the fans who go and sit through that. After me
shut
and
up.
Eric went to that Giants playoff game and it was like below 30. Then we lost 2. I said I'm never doing this again.
I drove. How far Green Bay?
Hour
I
and a
haven't done
half.
it in a while. Yeah, I drove 90 minutes to sit in the freezing cold for 4 hours to watch these niggas not show up and then
Nope.
drive back home.
Sad.
Piss.
Mad and
Cold.
so mad and
Feet
cold.
cold.
Freezing.
Them little
Can't
toe
even
It
warmers.
take you a minute to warm up, bro. It
The
took you
car
the
been
whole
sitting-
ride.
The car been sitting in you in traffic.
Mm.
Duh, it took you the whole drive to get warm.
Oh, now you in angry traffic? You can't move with shit. You blowing at motherfuckers. Angry, mad as a motherfucker. Go shit.
At that time, I was a lot more emotionally invested in that team as well. So it was like I was like sad, like.
The only
man.
saving grace was that it was coming off a Super Bowl, so I was like, I can't be too mad, but I was mad.
Yeah, we thought it was back to back.
It's supposed to be.
That was the first year of many disappointments.
Oof.
Which we're coming up on the anniversary of that.
Oof.
Oof. So, number 2 right now in the AFC, you got the Tennessee Titans. They're 8-4. They got a 98% chance to make the playoffs. The Baltimore Ravens 8-4,
Baltimore.
82% chance to make the playoffs. Well,
I feel
83
like
if we
Baltimore
round up.
just can't get out their own way. Like it seems
Yeah.
That's
like
all it is. Yeah.
they be right there in it. Which I'm surprised they only have 4 losses. Like I feel like every week it's like, damn, Baltimore shit the bed again.
As
But
Dwayne
it's
said
Lamar,
earlier,
bro.
they should have lost to the Lions too.
It's Lamar, bro.
Yeah,
He
he's
be
not
pulling magic
looking-
out his hat.
He ain't been looking good.
Nah,
He
he
been
been
throwing
looking
plenty
rough,
picks.
rough.
The game they won, he threw 4 picks.
Past few weeks, he been looking rough. Yeah, even that game.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he
they're
played
winning
horrible.
kind of in
It's-
spite of.
Yeah,
It sounds like
they
y'all
was supposed to win
describing
that.
the Russell Westbrook of football.
Oh,
Oh
goddamn.
Lord.
I'm
Shit.
just saying, like he bring a lot to the table, but he also take a lot off.
He's traditionally not this bad with the
Yeah,
turnovers.
he normally not this bad.
I don't know what's going on.
He need a line. Their line is all right, but he need a.
I mean, I did see like that failed 2-point conversion where it's like you just put it on him, like he walking in for a touchdown, well, for a 2-pointer to win the game. Which I wish more teams would do that. It's like,
Just go for it.
yeah, just
Yeah, I'm not mad
end
at
this
that.
shit right now.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, they did lose Marlon Humphrey.
Yep. So Baltimore's defense keeps getting weaker, and it was funny because when they asked, can't think of the coach's name right now, with the brother in Michigan.
Harbaugh?
Yeah. When they asked him about like why'd you go for 2, he was like, our defense is like we injured. We ain't got everybody
we ain't got
hurt.
nobody, bro. We ain't got no corners. Bro, they finna have an air show in Baltimore. It was already kind of there with Marlon still there. Like now it's
Air it out. Who they got up next? Baltimore. Anybody
I grab it.
looking for
No
more? Okay.
earthly idea.
Also at 8-4, the Kansas City Chiefs. Another team that started the season off looking kind of meh. And I kept saying, wait. They have that man.
It's still got that defense together.
The defense got healthy, and the defense is actually showing up for games now. So it's making a big difference because if I remember correctly, Pat Mahomes hasn't even thrown for a touchdown the last 2 games.
They got the Browns next, by the way.
The Baltimore does?
Yep.
If Baltimore lose,
They still got a defense over there. With the
that's what, if Baltimore lose to the Cleveland Browns, the spiraling out of control Cleveland Browns, woo, boy, that playoff picture gets even more murky. You also have 3 teams sitting at 7-5 in the AFC. You got the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Bills. You got the Steelers in the hunt at 6-5-1. Way to tie with the Lions. The Colts 7-6, the Raiders 6-6, the Browns 6-6, the Broncos 6-6, and the Dolphins 6-7.
But 2 on a roll.
Yeah, I was just to say he been looking good the past few weeks.
I think they won
Tua.
5 straight.
Oh
Miami.
yeah.
Yeah,
Miami
Tua's
has
really
been
good.
coming on at the right time. The defense.
When they first started, I'm like, dude, they defense look good. Then they won another. I'm like, dude, they defense has been balling. They defense is looking really good.
Ooh, and we do get Baltimore in 2 weeks. Air show. Is that game in I'm looking at the TV. Is that game in is it in Green Bay or is it in Baltimore? Because if it's in Lambeau, shoot.
Packers at Baltimore.
Dang. All right. We can still light it up in Baltimore. It just would have been a higher chance of an air show if
We
it
got
was
the
in
3
Green Bay.
o'clock slate.
They flexed that game. They was like, come on up. Which I don't like. I prefer my team to play at noon so I can get it over with. I can know the outcome for the rest of the day.
Somebody
It'd
who
be
uses
cool.
Sundays to sleep in, that just helps me out because it's like I can actually get up, have some breakfast, lounge around, then start the game.
See, I still wake up and it'd be like 8 o'clock. That's like this lady I can sleep. I'm like, oh my God, I overslept. Like,
Man, be child free. Like, get these hours.
I feel you.
Like, I'll wake up and then go back to sleep.
That's real. I do that sometimes. But we do want to note that Big Ben Roethlisberger, apparently privately told some former teammates and some within the organization that he thinks this is going to be his last year.
Bro,
Good
they leaked the
fucking
shit out of that.
I was like, your circle sucks.
Yeah.
For real, leaked the ASAP.
They said,
They thought immediately.
let me call Adam real quick. Guess what? Ben might be done after this year. That's what he's telling us. That's what he's telling us. That's what he's telling us.
Yeah, he's
I feel
looking
like one of
trash.
them ones where it's like all them people that was coming to Aaron Rodgers' defense over the summer, like, I ain't telling y'all to tell nobody, but here's what really happened. And then they go out and tell somebody.
I don't know. I can see Ben kind of want to not bring the
Silently go away.
No.
because he's been bad. He should have left 2 years ago.
No, because that's now he gets his little farewell tour.
They don't love you like that, Ben.
Don't give him the Paul Pierce.
Yeah, they love him in Pittsburgh, bro. He damn near the GOAT in Pittsburgh.
Only in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. But like people always talk good about you when you're on your way out, so they ain't gonna bring
I
up.
won't.
I mean, we all know how I feel about Big Ben, but I'm just saying, like,
The only credit I'll give Big Ben was his first 2 seasons. When I was like, dang,
Boy, he was balling. He was balling, bro.
think about how terrible Drew Brees was last year. Nobody wanted to say anything.
we did.
Like, I'm talking about like the
okay.
national, like everybody's like, oh, Drew Brees in his last year, let's go out a winner and all that shit. Like, they don't talk bad about you when they know that you hanging them up.
Let's change that narrative.
Yeah.
If you bad, let's call it out. No, but Ben is about to turn 40 in March.
Yeah, you ain't Tom Brady, bro. Relax.
Oh, that's sweet. But never mind. But his 18 seasons with one team is the most by a quarterback in NFL history. So he does
Okay.
have that distinction, that record.
They like that with coaches
How long
too.
was Brady there? 17?
Probably.
2000 to when did he leave? 2019?
Yeah, because
Well, that was his last year. Well, that could be 19 years, right?
Let me go to Tom Brady and find out. Give me a minute.
Let's look at the NFC while you're looking that up. Drew should have been benched for Tampa. Hey, man, listen. A lot of guys should have been benched at certain points, but that respect factor keep them up in the game.
They think they can beat him with their brain. Like last year, Peyton Manning. Like,
The last year, Peyton Manning
same
was
deal.
Lame ducks.
big ducks.
But did they talk bad about him? No.
No.
Hell no, bro. They
Like,
should
Fuck
still-
him. I was like, fuck it.
look at
Could you hate Peyton Manning?
Fuck him in his neck. Fuck him.
his neck.
Yeah,
Dog, why you gotta go there?
Oh,
What?
fuck about it, bro. Fuck him.
What?
That's wild.
What does his
You know-
neck have to do with
How many
it?
Super
You know he
Bowls
got
he
the
like
neck.
got?
That's why he almost had to retire because of his neck problems.
Oh
Fam.
shit, bro.
Yeah, fuck him, bro.
You're going to hell.
How many Super Bowls he like got? Nigga, you gonna be with me, goddammit.
Hey, I ain't saying
Right
shit
next
about
door.
him. I just said his arm is limp.
In the NFC, you had the Cardinals. They at the top right now, 10-2.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they got a 99.9% chance to make the playoffs.
Niggas ain't shit.
You got the Packers and the Buccaneers both sitting at 9-3. To Mark's point, both of them can clinch their divisions this weekend.
This sounds like some elevator music.
Man, this jazz
Hey,
is
I
big
was
jam.
jamming,
Y'all
bro.
sitting
I was
there
like, hey, this shit slapping right
20
now.
for Brady, by the way.
20 with
20.
20
There's 20 seasons he's played.
with New England.
Then how is
Well, how's Big Ben?
Big Ben
somebody,
setting the
somebody
record?
gave
then?
y'all a bogus
Yeah,
stat.
I'm looking right at it. 2000. Then you got 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Oh yeah. Well, shit.
That's wild.
This motherfucker been in like
Somebody
22
gave Big
years.
Ben
man.
too
maybe,
much
maybe,
credit.
maybe it was a Pittsburgh stat, like that was longest with the
You know they be
It could
lying.
be. It could be with the Steelers.
It's their boy.
Yeah.
They got a lot for
Which
him.
I mean, like, who else would it have been? Terry Bradshaw. I feel
Yeah.
like quarterback careers weren't that long back then, so
Terry Brad.
gotta imagine that was only like 13 years.
Dog, Terry Bradshaw is so like
Overrated.
yes, but I was gonna say like they just love him. Like he's just held up so high in like the lore of like Pittsburgh
Mhm.
quarterbacks. So I'm like,
That nigga what he that cold.
hey,
Like
man.
seriously, go look at his. Like he won 4 Super Bowls, so
Yeah.
whatever. But like his individual stats, like
Yeah, he wasn't that cold.
And we know
that
you
felt
gotta
real
take,
Eli-ish.
you gotta take them with a
Oh,
grain of
oh,
I
salt
know because the stats were.
because of the
They
way the
played it back
game
then,
went.
right.
Because like Bart Starr, take it with a grain of salt, but for their time, sure.
Was Bart Starr the one that had more interceptions than touchdowns?
Bart Starr? I do not believe that's true.
Somebody. There's some like NFL great that's like more touchdowns. I mean, more interceptions than touchdowns. I could be wrong about it being Bart Starr. But it was
What?
some like
For the
all
season?
timer.
That man, Bart Starr, had 138 interceptions to 152 touchdowns.
That's still close.
It ain't over though,
Right.
It
No,
ain't what
I'm
you
saying,
said,
like,
but,
it-
like,
It ain't.
yeah. Cowboys 8-4. Cowboys 8-4. Rams 8-4.
George Blanda. Apparently.
Washington football team sitting at 6 right now, 6-6, and then you got the 76ers, the 49ers also sitting at 6-6.
It's funny how every week there's a new favorite in the NFC East. Like,
That's because the Cowboys shit in the bed right now.
Well, the Cowboys are getting healthy at the right time right now as well. So they're still favorites this weekend against Washington in Washington. So I think that should go and tell you who they still think the favorites are in that division.
I think
But
Washington might get them.
what Washington has been doing has been pretty cool to see.
I think I said this after they played the Packers, but I'm really impressed by Taylor Heineke.
Yeah.
Like he's not the franchise, but like he's
decent.
Yeah,
I had to pick him up when
This bye week.
Russell Wilson got hurt. Yeah, he's been I've been riding with him. He's been putting up numbers though.
shit, you might want to give him in. That.
Yeah, because I started Russell
back.
last week. I was like, God damn, I might as well start with my boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I feel like he has like a Kirk Cousins ceiling, which
Heineke
isn't bad.
Which isn't bad, no.
No,
Especially Kirk Cousins at Washington. That's what got him paid in Minnesota.
He's been decent in Minnesota.
No,
They wanted
Heineke is
he can move too.
he's a diet Brett Favre.
A
Like,
diet, Brett
Like
Favre.
the off-brand Brett Favre, like that kind
The
of gotta
homeless
squint your
man.
eyes at real hard and be like,
Homeless man.
I see a number 4 jersey going on right there. I can see the influence. But yeah, you got the Eagles in the hunt, the Vikings in the hunt. Eagles are 6-7, the Vikings are 5-7, the Panthers are 5-7, the Falcons are 5-7, and the Saints are 5-7.
Sounds like a whole bunch of trash.
Sounds like what parody looks like in sports. You get a whole bunch of jumbled stuff up right there. So I'm gonna ask y'all this. We can start with the NFC since we're right here, but are any of the 7 teams currently listed as a playoff team? Do you think any of those 7 fall out? And if so, for who? Again, those teams, the Cardinals, the Packers, the Buccaneers, the Cowboys, the Rams, the Washington football team, and the 49ers.
I think the Niners come out and the Eagles go to the playoffs.
So you think the NFC least gonna send 3 teams to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think so.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on how many more games they got against each other.
That's how they
Yeah.
ended their season.
I'm about to say Washington only has divisional games left.
I think that's how
Oh, okay.
all of them are ending this year for that division.
Ooh, and they
No,
just lost
I'm
Debo Samuel
pretty-
too. Us 49ers.
Just because like I have the lowest of expectations for this team, but they have somehow clawed their way to 5 victories. Like I could see Atlanta backing their way.
Dog, I hate. I don't know what's going on with how this phone is set up now.
Oh, that's the new one, right?
The same thing happened with I should say this website
Oh, okay.
because y'all ain't letting me move around and move and groove where I need to move and groove. As the host of this show, god dang it, music. I'm gonna have to bring a different device. That's what I'm gonna start doing.
Mark said Washington could fall out as the Eagles come in. So
But I can see Washington defense is still pretty decent.
Yeah.
Even
they
without
finished-
Chase.
Yeah, they finished with Dallas, Philly. Jesus.
Oh, really?
Well, we gonna find out.
Yeah.
So I don't think all 3 can be able to make it just because they playing
Yeah,
each
because
other.
they play each other so
No,
much.
I mean, they still.
49ers probably fall out. Dwayne's back.
That's what I'm thinking. The 49ers fall out.
I mean, they're the shakiest of those other teams.
Debo hurt, so they got to depend just on
Jimmy G is
Jimmy G, Kittle.
yeah.
Running backs getting hurt still. They got Brandon Ayuk.
I think Cardinals, Packers, Buccaneers, Rams kind of are locks. Dallas should be a lock, but they've been, like as we mentioned, kind of shaky. But I think they have enough of a head start that I think that they will at least make it as a wild card.
Mhm.
So then it's really just those last 2 spots that are kind of
Up in the
in
air.
play.
I can see that being Washington and Philly.
Even with them all jumbled playing against each other.
Yeah,
2
'cause I
games
mean,
against Philly. So
who does Philly play?
Washington twice.
They got
I don't
Washington,
think
the
there's
Giants,
any
and the
way
Cowboys.
that the NFC East gets 3. That doesn't feel realistic to me.
I mean, but none of the other
The other
divisions
teams,
are that strong either. So,
I
like,
hear
you got
you.
the Falcons.
But like it's like who are they
Mm.
ending their season against is what it really comes down to. Because with the way that they playing against each other and whatnot, like it's
fuck it. I say the Niners fall out and the
Ooh.
Lions make it.
oh Lord Jesus.
'Cause I'm rooting for the funniest outcome.
Kim will probably not come if the Bears didn't make it, but the Lions did somehow.
Dog, I'd
Boy,
be
that'd
pissed
be
as
a wild.
motherfucker,
You would never
dog.
hear the end of it around here.
I'm already knowing. I don't need that shit.
You quit.
The
You
K
quit.
is quit, motherfucker. Fuck y'all. I hate taking this scrutiny every week.
Yeah,
Hey,
like
man.
because like Atlanta plays New Orleans twice at the end of the year. So like I guess a lot of people was just finishing out in the division.
It's-
the way they
yeah.
set it up.
The NFL like that. If the
See,
Lions make it, they need to win it all. Listen, if the Lions make it, somebody like it's another sign that the apocalypse is coming or something like that.
That's
'cause
some wild shit.
Now I feel like I need to go up to Oneida and place a bet.
Place a bet to see the playoff odds just to see if the Lions make it.
Yeah, like
Put $2 down, win
call my shot.
$80K.
Exactly.
you would too. You win some big bank on
Mhm.
something like that.
Mhm.
We get this on every week.
Yep. NFC. Who y'all think? Y'all think this is the field right here?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah.
Okay. AFC. Patriots, Titans, Ravens, Chiefs, Chargers, Bengals, Bills. You think any of them fall out?
Mm. Mm.
Give me the Colts.
Yeah,
Okay, Colts
Indiana.
still-
Yeah, go. You
Cincinnati.
think Buffalo fall off?
Because
I think Buffalo can fall out.
Okay.
Cincinnati's a good one too.
Joe's hurt.
Yeah,
That
he's
finger
playing
Oh,
was
he hurt again?
huge.
I know he got
He
hurt
fucked his
again.
finger up in the game. That motherfucker was
Oh,
like this
yeah, I
fat.
did see that. Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, damn, on his throwing hand.
Yeah, that's rough.
And
That's
then Joe
rough.
Mixon, didn't he get hurt too?
I know he got banged up, but I'm not sure if he's out long term or anything like that.
But yeah, I because of Joe's injury, I can see them kind of.
Anybody think Miami gonna sneak in?
No, I don't.
Ooh, they got a rough road too.
Who?
The Bengals.
Who they got?
They got the Niners, Broncos, Ravens, Chiefs, Browns.
I see one tough game.
With Joe hurt.
I see one tough game.
I don't know, bro.
No,
'cause
I
that,
mean,
that
that's-
throwing hand pinky was.
Who they backup?
Let me see.
Whoever came in last year.
Anybody notice? Or
No, he stayed in the whole game.
oh, he's
No.
still playing. But
No, I mean whoever came in last year when he tore his ACL.
If the Bengals finish the season out 2-3, I wouldn't be surprised. And I don't think 2-3 gonna get it.
Brandon Allen, I'm saying.
oh, okay. I have no clue.
Yeah, it's possible, bro. But yeah, I think yeah, that's
Miami
what's up.
could go 10-7 and still miss. Yeah, they could.
Yeah, I know. Like it feels like first half of the season, the NFC felt so much stronger, and I guess their top
Injuries.
The top is
heavier.
better.
But like the AFC seems deeper at this point.
I
with
mean,
decent teams. Like you get to the trash of the NFC much quicker than you do than the AFC feels like,
do
or
you,
at least they're more like slightly above average teams
Mhm.
as opposed to.
what would you
Yeah,
rank
that's-
Atlanta if Calvin really was still playing with him right now? Because he ain't played with him in I don't know
A
how
few
long.
weeks because he's been on the IR.
Yeah,
for
because
the-
of mental health.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how
Brandon
much
Allen's the
better
backup in
would they
Cincinnati.
be though? Like in that tier. So we kind of consider Atlanta because Cordell Patterson's still getting his shit off. Kyle
He
Pitts is actually starting to play really good too.
I mean,
He's
if
had
you look
some
at the
slumpy
quarterbacks
weeks.
in that group, like they have the best, well, the healthiest one, I guess.
Hmm.
It's hard to say. Like it's gonna be. That's one thing about the NFL. In the 17 games, which I have to get used to saying still, but like every game means something, even going down to the end.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Bengals depth chart, like it's a whole bunch of red Qs for questionable.
Because they all hurt.
Burrow, Mixon, Higgins, Chris
Mhm.
Evans, Mike Thomas, Trey Hopkins, Riley Reef.
1 through 13 in the AFC is separated by 2.5 games. Yeah, man, it's
Sounds like the Eastern Conference in the NBA.
it's that time. This
Colts
is
in Miami need to make it
For who?
in the AFC.
I know. I'm saying who you kicking out. They're
The
both out of it
Bengals
right now.
and the Bills. That's what I would kick.
The Bills one of them teams that'll get to the playoffs and win it all. I
They
feel
got that
like.
last year.
Yeah. Just because of how they play, and then they really streaky. Like once they're streaky, like it's like
it's
they
about
un-
matchups.
yeah, they unstoppable.
If they get the
Josh
Patriots
Allen is
again.
good.
He is.
He's really good.
And
And
you
their
gotta think-
defense is decent too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta think about it like the Packers too. Like they have a significant home field advantage, like with the weather and shit. So like if
Mhm.
you know, well, I mean at this point they've lost home field advantage, but
Yeah,
if you can get like they can start a run now because like, well, I mean like the way they just played against New England, maybe not, but I'm saying like they have a home field advantage because of the weather. Like if they can play in it and the other team can't. Like imagine Miami coming up there week 16 or something. Like
Yeah.
Ugh, that would be gross.
I don't know if that's the case, but I'm just saying, like, as an
In the
example.
playoffs, somebody gonna have to come here. If we keep up, somebody gonna have to come here.
Yeah. Hopefully we can win a couple more games and actually get that 1 seed
That's what we need.
because I would like that bye. I would like that bye a lot. So
So with old COVID though.
he showed us that it's not a COVID toe.
Pull a whole toe out.
He pulled
Put it in the camera.
the whole foot out.
See?
Man, Rex Ryan was somewhere like, yeah.
Well, you like feet? Oh shit.
I'm in trouble.
Any feet? You know what?
Are
Never
you
mind.
thinking about sending
So-
Fire some pictures?
No,
click. Go ahead,
No, I
man.
was asking because he was talking about Rogers' foot. So I was like, he like any feet? Like he like
That's always been a weird fetish.
I'm sending some pictures.
I don't king shame, but yeah.
I don't
It's a
keep
weird
shame
thing.
either. That's just always been
Whatever
weird.
you into, you into.
I know somebody I went to school with. She has OnlyFans with her feet. But she makes really good money. All she do is like take pictures of her feet. She keep her feet
It
done.
was making bank.
She was talking about one dude like a month. Like she get $500 just from like one person. Just taking
wow,
feet,
man.
Bro.
putting ketchup on her feet.
What?
For real, no bullshit.
It's the thing,
Like
bro.
she
Like,
for real out
it's
here
a whole
OnlyFans getting
thing.
money.
Ketchup on feet today?
Yeah, he
Like-
like put honey.
no.
It be different stuff. He be like, oh,
Different shit.
I wanna
Oh, like
see her-
so he requests.
Yeah.
different
Yeah, he requests
condiments
what
to
he
put.
wants,
Okay.
yeah.
I was about to say like I thought you were saying ketchup on feet has become a thing.
And I was like, it's like the whole fetish.
No,
And
yeah,
the
I feel you.
OnlyFans
Yeah,
fetish.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's
The places our conversation goes.
yeah,
I know
that's
you
just
like
wild though.
That's Aaron Rodgers' fault.
Yeah.
Oh, COVID.
So in our Facebook group, Technical Foul Pod Overtime, a good question was asked, and I wanted to bring it up on the podcast. You get $1 million if you can complete any of the 3 tasks. Get a hit off of Jacob deGrom, drive to the basket and score on Giannis, or tackle Derrick Henry. Which one are you going to attempt?
Oh,
I know the one I'm not attempting, which is the one that will do me bodily harm, which is Derrick Henry.
yeah, I'm not getting.
That's the one I'm going with.
You're not for
I
the
was
step
saying
on me.
Because here's the thing.
You can trip him.
That's
if
what I'm
you go-
trying.
you gotta
I'm
go for the
going for his
ankles.
ankles. Like that's all I'm going to try to do because there's no way.
Like getting hit by Derrick Henry isn't worth $1 million to me.
You can spend that on the
Oh,
bill.
Right, exactly. Like,
I got
That's
good
their
insurance.
bill.
I got
Like,
good insurance. No, I ain't spending that whole $1 million on that bill. But no, there's no way I'm gonna hit a pitch off of Jacob deGrom because
you
when we
bunt.
go to the batting, when we went to the batting cages, and I went to the
You can bunt though.
I can't bunt if I can't see the ball.
I get a bunt off.
I feel like Tim,
I was about
like
to say,
you
that's the one
could
I would go
probably
off.
bunt and
Yeah,
then
I was
like
like,
run
get
it out. Like you
yeah.
could actually beat the throw to
Get
first
a
base,
bunt.
bro.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's,
But knowing you would actually try to hit it and then
I would try to hit it.
and then
strike out. And then it's like
especially if it's like one pitch,
right.
one
Keep
chance.
it though. Nothing but
I mean, if it's
Gas
I mean, if you
action.
think of, I never thought about like if it was a one pitch the only thing to actually bunt it out. Like you gotta
yeah, it's a
make
bunt
a
it up.
hit
Mhm.
Yeah.
to actually bunt it out and run it out. I
Yeah.
honestly wouldn't have even thought about that.
See,
Especially the opposite direction. That's right.
Because I would have just took it as literal take
Like,
a hit,
you
not
try to hit
necessarily
it.
hit,
Yeah.
just any hit.
Like just get
Mhm.
contact
Mhm.
and stuff.
next time we go to the
Think
batting
smarter,
cages, I
B.
want y'all to go. Whoever
Teach
say
y'all to
deGrom, I want y'all to go into the fastest cage, and I want to see.
What 90 look like?
Uppercutting the shit
Yes.
out of the
I want to see y'all hit 90 because
Okay. It takes a couple pitches to catch. It's just speed. It's just catching up. It's timing.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you gotta do is
what,
uppercut
what,
that.
what was the Giannis? What do we have to
Drive
do
to the basket and score on Giannis.
Bro, he number one
That's
on the
not gonna
list, bro.
happen.
Get out. Go.
That's not gonna happen.
No,
He too long.
No.
Bro.
don't even worry about it.
I'll be more comfortable doing that out of probably both.
Bro, you can't even shoot a floater.
He gonna just
His
Honestly,
big ass.
I know I'm gonna lose. That's what I'm saying. But I feel more comfortable. Like go.
Like I run
Like
up to him and
watching
kick him
Derrick-
and then do a layup.
He'll
I
smile,
don't know.
laugh, and then go ahead and just palm the ball on the way
Yeah,
up.
bro.
I'd be like, look, Liam, and then just
I don't know.
Mark said Giannis, and then Giannis and I will go eat our Oreos with milk. Listen,
Plus, Giannis seems like a good guy, so I just
There's
tell him
no
like,
way.
Yeah,
hey,
let you get
look,
there.
there's
no way.
Look,
You get the
I
budget.
get $1 million from this. You
because if that's the case, you could talk to any of the three and be like, "Hey, that ain't how this
Bro,
works."
give me 75.
They are
Just throw
trying.
75 to ground. You know, just
They are
I
trying their
can't hit a
hardest.
75 mile per hour pitch.
Shoot, I can't hit a 20.
Oh, you can get hit by the pitch.
That ain't a hit.
No, okay.
hit.
That ain't
right
hit.
Hey, you. Oh, yeah, they ain't get on base. God damn it. I'll take
You
what
get
to
on
do.
base with it, but
I'll take
that
what to
ain't
do. I'm like, oh.
Because Derrick Henry, I still got to get hit. Like,
You're gonna
Yeah.
get you're gonna get hit.
cause I got to tackle him.
He
Like,
gonna
that's a
run through
collision.
you.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
But
he
other
definitely
Giannis,
three-
run
I can
through
just
you.
have a conversation and be like, yo, bro,
That's not gonna happen. That's not how this game works. This
look out
ain't,
for me.
this ain't how this game works.
It's a thought exercise. Like, I'm just working through the.
I'm telling you, that ain't how this game works. They are trying their hardest to stop you from doing it. So
They
which of
don't
the
say
three?
that in the question.
It's
not
implied.
implied.
It is implied because otherwise, why would like? Then it's not a hard question.
I mean,
if you can
if
talk
throwing
someone into
fastballs
it.
or curveballs, bro.
You ain't gonna hit. You definitely
Yeah,
ain't
ain't no
you ain't hit them
curve.
curves.
Curveball,
nigga.
I ain't fucking with.
That's what I'm saying. You definitely ain't hit them
Curveball, I ain't
curves,
fucking with.
nigga. Your best
I had
bet
an
is
issue with curveballs when I was
Yeah.
playing, bro. Like
No,
you gotta
especially
sit
not the
back and
ones
wait
he
on them
throwing.
How
hoes.
fast can he throw a curve? Do y'all know?
You can.
No,
The
The
him,
no,
I
thing
I
don't
is,
know.
like the curve
Him, I don't
move.
know.
Like you don't
No,
know
I'm
when
just,
it's gonna
I'm
break
just
on
curious,
you
like
or
how
not.
much heat
Some
does
of
he
them
have
can put
on
on
his curve?
86
Yeah,
miles
right.
an hour.
Yeah, some throw 86.
That motherfucker started at your face and dropped to your
Oh,
damn
I
knee.
know
That's
how
what
curve
his
clean.
his drop in front of the plate.
Oh
So
no!
it's like no.
They'll throw it above your head, bro.
Yeah.
They drop right in the
You
strap
be
zone.
like, yeah,
Strike zone
damn.
right there on your hip. You be like, bro, what the fuck?
If I really want $1 million,
going
my only real hope again is to put the pads on and try to trip Derrick Henry.
Hey,
That's really the only.
Motherfucker throw you a slider, you think it is inside and go outside. My nigga, you sit out there swinging that shit. They're like, bro, it's been gone.
So I said Henry. He said
Yeah, I
Giannis.
get-
Which
the
one
only
y'all
one that-
doing?
Henry, the only one that makes sense for me because I'm big enough to absorb some shit from him.
I'm gonna be on his ankles, just trying to hold on.
I
and
can
pull.
absorb. I can. That's all I'm gonna do. Run over me, nigga. I'm putting your ass down, big nigga.
Don't aim for
I'm
the
just
top,
kinda-
bro. You
oh, hell
he
no.
go carry your big ass.
Oh,
You said to the hotel.
Right, he's done everywhere, bro. You going with him now?
Shit, they got a commercial like that.
Carry him, motherfucker, bro. Do not.
With Derrick Henry.
That was watching. You remember
You
well,
finna meet
Sports
me,
Science joint? Yeah, Pros vs. Joes when
I
they
used
was
to
doing
love that
Ricky Williams. Oh my god, he was fucking them up. He was retired.
Which one you gonna choose? You said Henry too, right?
I'm gonna
You
go
go
with the
deGrom. That's what I figured. Yeah,
That's it. You
I'll
get a
take my
bun
chance.
off.
I think you
You can get a bun off.
you have a far better chance than than I.
Plus, I'm kind of tall. I got long arms. I used to be able to jump.
Yeah, you used to be
I
able
got-
to, bro.
Give myself a chance.
I'm
As
thinking.
long as like everybody tries to like outrun him, and then he does the chase down thing. Like if I'm going at him, like I have a slightly better chance.
Shit.
That's what I'm like. I'm sitting here like.
Cause like at least I can see him. I can see where his arms and
You
shit
hit him with a
is.
euro?
yeah, but
Didn't we see that last night? Bro hit a euro on Giannis. What did he do?
Again,
Spike
that,
that bitch.
that was a chase down. He ain't see him coming.
Hey, hit him
if
with
he's
the-
under the basket,
so you thinking he see you coming?
and you got a better chance.
He's not watching
He
you.
see me from behind.
He
like,
watching the ball the whole time.
But a chase down block is harder
That's
because
what-
of timing.
DeAndre Ayton.
No,
but like
a chase
that's
down
where
block
the,
is
that's
harder.
where the length and shit comes into play.
Yeah.
Cause like again, like you have the element.
He
of
ain't even got
surprise.
to jump, honestly, probably to block your lock.
18 feet tall already, bro. His
18
fingers is
feet.
6 feet.
I mean, first of all,
This nigga.
if we
His
want to be technical, like none of us are doing any of these
Hell
things.
no.
No, of course, that's the whole point.
I feel like the
Give me
Giannis
a
thing
shot.
gives me the best chance,
Give me a shot.
Hey, if you think the Giannis gonna give you the best shot, more power
and also
to you.
I don't want to get hit. That's the biggest
That's the
thing.
key.
More power
Also
to you.
a pitch.
I'll get
Like,
hit
I'll
for $1
take
million
it.
for the chance.
That's what
I got hit by a car. Got up. Nigga.
You sure? That was yeah. That's
You know,
Yeah,
when
you're
that
ready
first
to be
pitch come
cheap.
through, it's like,
story
pow!
time we can.
Motherfuckers go, "Ooh, God damn, you throwing for hard. Give me a couple of those. Let me just watch that a couple times. That
That's
motherfucker
funny.
here.
As y'all listen, if you did not answer that question, let us know which one you would choose. Would you try to hit a pitch off of deGrom? Would you try to drive to the basket and score on
Yes,
Giannis, or try to tackle Derrick Henry?
Cover Devontae Adams. Nope.
I definitely can't cover Devontae Adams. If you had that, dude, that's big.
Nah.
He'd break my ankles,
Mm-mm.
literally coming out the break.
That's his job.
Like he could tell me exactly the route he gonna run, and I'm still not gonna stop him.
Niggas out there on skates and shit.
Like he's like,
oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
run to that spot right there.
He can have on regular shoes, and I can have on cleats, and I'm still not gonna be able to do it.
He gonna
It's
hit
not-
you with the hand.
Hey,
Let's
let
hear
him,
feet
God
slapping.
damn.
you just start rushing the quarterback. Like, hey, bro, I was just blitzing.
Just tear my.
When he was trying them, I'm just going straight for the quarterback.
Actually, that probably is your better shot because like you can disrupt the pass
That's
there.
just it, bro. You surprised the shit out of that nigga. What you doing? Hold on. Wasn't expecting that.
So there's also a lot going on in Portland right now.
Understatement.
The Trailblazers fired their GM, Neil O'Shea. He's out of there. Joe Cronin is named interim general manager at the moment. Apparently, Dame Dalla is frustrated with the team's play.
Although if you ask him, if he ain't say it, it didn't happen.
Yeah, okay.
According to him,
If I ain't say it, I ain't say it.
And
I put my name on it.
it ain't even just Dame. Apparently, just the team itself. They're having a hard time adjusting to Chauncey Billups as they coach
Chauncey.
because what worked under their previous regime, Chauncey ain't going with. Stotts let them play with more freedom and kind of be like, y'all go out there and make something happen. What you gonna do? Pick and roll, whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. And Chauncey Billups is like, no, I have a system, and y'all gonna run it, so do it. Chauncey Billups be in the post game conferences talking. I'm like, hey, he just calling them out. Talking about some. I ain't never seen no team that had the bench got more heart than the starters. I say, God,
Jimmy Butler shit.
Yeah, no, it smell like big shit here.
Sniffing all heavy and shit. I'm like, damn, bro.
that sums up Chauncey Billups talking about the Trailblazers. And apparently, also Dame, he want to play with Ben Simmons. I also saw an article this morning about CJ McCollum, and it was talking like after the game, he was pretty much saying like, I'm not making excuses about nothing that's been happening this season, but new regime, a lot of turnover in the organization, and I'm about to have a baby. He like, so like my focus, he's like, which it shouldn't be, but like if I'm being honest with you, I'm thinking about a lot of different things at once right now.
And one of the things is like Neil O'Shea drafted CJ
And loved CJ.
Yeah. And because like that was like his best pick, like he was super protective over him. So like for somebody to have gotten CJ out of Portland under O'Shea, like would have taken a lot. Like that's why he's still there. And like he was the biggest believer in CJ and Dame can work. Like when everybody from the outside world was like, nah, bro, you need to break them up. Like he wasn't willing to do it because CJ was his first pick. He hit on him. Like he saw through like his progression, like his development, and he saw him become like a borderline all-star player. So he was always attached to him. It's like now that he's gone, like that level of protection for CJ in the organization is gone completely.
Out the door. So how likely so when y'all think CJ getting traded to 76ers, fam? When y'all think it's gonna happen?
Even if it ain't the 76ers, trade deadline.
Hey, if Dame says him.
But on the same side, like is the interim GM like empowered to make that move at this point? And like you have to take into consideration like ownership isn't like their long-term ownership. Like Paul Allen died, so his sister is running the team, but apparently she's trying to sell. So again, it's like so many mitigating factors here where it's like
she can't sell.
Who don't know?
Star.
Here's
but
the
like,
question.
do you want to sell after you've already made the decision? Like, are we gonna trade Dame? Are we gonna trade CJ? Like, what moves are like if you trade CJ and it doesn't work? Like now you just have Dame who's gonna want out.
Hey man, we got who you wanted. It's your fault. on your GM and like LeBron, fam. If you say you want Ben Simmons and we go get Ben Simmons and it don't work, that's your fault. No, I'm playing.
But you have a interim GM trying to negotiate against Daryl Morey. Like that's not going to come out in your favor.
But apparently there was like an offer on the table around the trade with CJ and Ben Simmons. So it depends on who else is interested in Ben and how prudent the 76ers think it is to move Ben Simmons, because Daryl Morey has already said himself, I'm in no rush. If you actually believe that,
aren't the Sixers like under 500 right now? We're close to it.
I'm scared to go to another app between these two.
I'm just saying, like you can say that right now, but
I think CJ's out of there though. I think that's a move that this interim GM will make. I think he's gone. I think CJ feels it too.
Because like I saw Jason Quick from that Athletic, and he was saying like he got a follow-up text from CJ where he was just kind of explaining like he was Portland. Expanding upon like a conversation that they had, and he was like, "Dude, this sounds like goodbye." He's like, "It ain't goodbye, but
it sounds like goodbye."
Basically,
yeah, it sounds like goodbye. Do y'all think that Ben Simmons and Dame is a better duo than Dame and CJ?
It gives them a lot more defense.
They are struggling on that end.
It still gives them a playmaker. It loses some scoring, but
Dame can pick that up though.
More shots for Dame?
Yeah, that's what.
I mean, but Simmons will also help facilitate as well. Like you got that secondary ball handler, or if you want to stagger him while Dame is out, you can have Ben in. You still have a great defender.
It depends on what Ben Simmons wants to do, which is what I've said the entire time. Because it's like you could recreate Steph and Draymond if Ben Simmons is willing to buy into the Draymond role, which I don't know. Does anybody know? Like what Ben Simmons is willing to do or not do?
Shoot threes. Wide open. If you got a 6-footer on you, he under the rim. Dunk on him.
He's like, I ain't here for that.
Dunk on him.
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I feel
I'm sorry. But at some point, Portland got to do something.
That's
like, it's just not working. So at some point
I'm
you
with
have to you gotta pull the trigger and
I mean,
see what works.
they're not gonna trade Dame unless he says he wants to leave.
Yeah.
But I think that either you're kicking the can down the road a couple years until he's not good enough to lead a team to like a 40-win season.
Mhm.
Because I think that you've gone about as far as you can go, given like where they are salary wise and roster wise,
Mhm.
like with Dame as your best player. So like this era is like, even if they trade for Ben Simmons, like I don't think that's enough to give them a second life, like under in this era.
Okay.
The
So
way
like, you either blow it up now or you blow it up 3 years from now. Either way, you're gonna be at that point.
Y'all hinted toward it. We'll talked about it a little bit last week on the show, but this Portland roster isn't suitable for the way that Chauncey Billups wants this team to play.
Mhm.
Getting a guy like Ben Simmons is one step closer to the way that Chauncey Billups wants to play.
Mhm.
So what it really comes down to is how much buy-in do you have from Dame? Is this what Dame real like? Is this what you really want? Like, because if you want Ben, we're gonna have to give up seat. Like, that's it. Like, that's gonna be the key part of this trade.
Mhm.
And then doing that is kind of also being like, okay, now Dame,
What you know?
we doing this here, and I
For
think
you.
he can sign his extension this
This
upcoming.
offseason.
So
Which is the other thing. Like, do you like? I know it's Dame, it's Mr.
Do you want to
Mr.
do
Blazers, but like he can sign a 2-year, I want to say $100 million contract extension that takes him through his
Damn.
age 37 season. So like, do you want to be paying 37-year-old Dame Lillard $50 million?
Hey, get your money though.
we always hear
No,
from
no,
players
I'm-
get their
I'm-
money, but
Yeah,
as a GM,
yeah,
I get it from
As a GM,
Dame's
no.
spot, like it's like shit, do it.
Yeah.
But as the GM, like so that's what I'm saying. Like either you're gonna get to that point now where you're like, we need to just cut bait, or 3 years from now when you signed him to his Kobe retirement plan contract.
me personally, I would still sign him because if anything I've learned over the last 2 years in this NBA is you can trade a contract.
Until you end up with John Wall.
And if John Wall get traded, I'm really gonna be like, just sign everybody, just sign him, just sign him. You will figure it out eventually.
Well, you know,
You will figure it out. John Wall
I
will
mean-
be the ultimate litmus test.
Russ and Lakers too is like,
Hey,
eh. I mean, it's not the team that originally signed him, so I guess they got off.
He doing all right though.
now
Yeah, he doing all right. I don't got nothing to complain about.
Really?
For now.
when it comes to Russ,
Or to Russ,
I don't think
yeah.
it's even hooping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can't blame
Still
him. That's what we was blaming on the whole season.
And he started getting ready. Anthony Davis just like, nah.
now y'all starting to blame Frank Vogel.
Hey, somebody got it. He the head. Shit, he the head coach.
Is he?
He's a defensive coach, and y'all got rid of all the defensive players. Y'all set
Hey.
that man up to fail.
He don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know.
I bet he
LeBron out
don't.
there.
And the two
Ask
best
LeBron, motherfucker.
and the
Ask
best
me.
two defenders that y'all have taken a significant step back on that
Yeah,
side.
for sure. Frank Vogel just be out
Yeah.
Who y'all best defender now? Avery Bradley?
there making shit, bro.
Yikes!
Is he your best defender?
I mean, it's still Anthony
Yeah,
Davis,
yeah.
but he slipped like a couple levels.
Yeah. You can tell something ain't right with AD this season.
Is it that he's not trying, or it's actually like
I don't know. I hope it because he's he's literally a totally different person. Like how his demeanor is on the court. Like he not like aggressive. He not going like last year. Like he'll go after some of those balls, or he'll go harder. Like he ain't trying to. Yeah, and he's playing timid. So that's why I say it's something bigger. It got to be something bigger. And he just don't want to. I was like, bro, if you hurt, sit your ass down, bro.
But could it be like LeBron's first year in LA, where it's like he knew that this team didn't have it,
Yeah.
so like
he's
he
trying
wasn't
to
going all the
force-
way out.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not gonna hurt myself. In this
In the
team,
process.
we
He
not
played
gonna
wind
50
up
games
doing
that year.
Well, I mean, he did wind up getting hurt, so
Yeah.
that was why. But
Yeah, but
he wasn't finna kill himself to get back either.
Yeah, I just don't get it, bro. Like I don't.
Which I was talking about, like
Mm.
I was thinking about, like the bubble, like that layoff may have been like the saving. Like the Lakers were great
Mhm.
that year anyway, but like having those 3 months or whatever it
Off.
was off,
Oh yeah.
like that re-energized him for the playoffs,
Mhm. For
which
sure.
allowed him to be healthy throughout the bubble. And
He's ready to go.
For sure.
Ready
But
to
then
go.
look at his history though. Like when has this man really been healthy like that? Like
That was the risk y'all took when y'all signed
I
him.
know.
So when y'all got him is when he started breaking down.
No, he was breaking down before that.
No, he barely finished.
I don't know if he's ever played like more than
I'm like,
80
yeah,
games.
like I don't think he's ever played a full NFL. I mean, a full
NBA.
NBA.
Shoot,
season.
maybe not even the NFL. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
Not even a
God
17.
damn.
No, I'm playing.
Killing my boy.
But
He out here soft though, man. I
David
don't know what's
Davis.
going on.
and other
Mr.
why y'all
Glass.
look up if he's ever played 82, which I don't think he has.
Maybe once.
I think he might have crossed
maybe
80
rookie year.
twice.
He
Rookie
played
year.
75 twice. Other than that, the most he's ever played is 62.
God damn.
And that was the 1920 season when
Y'all
COVID.
have to.
So-
Yikes.
Oh no, sorry. He had two that were like high 60s early on.
Could you just run down his games
So
played?
from his rookie years, 64, 67, 68, 61, 75, 75, 56, 62, 36, and 23 this year.
He was on the 75 list, right?
He had back-to-back
Yes, he
75
was.
with New Orleans, and his last year with him was
I
56.
don't get it.
Then it was 62. Then it was
And
36.
to his defense, the last year in New Orleans, like they shut him down. So
yeah.
I don't know how many he was on pace to play.
He made it hit 75 again. Yep. I feel like I go back to it, bro. I think he was breaking down when y'all got him, dog.
No, you said he didn't start breaking down
Yeah,
until y'all got
till
him.
y'all-
He'd
he
already
missed
been
it.
I mean,
breaking
you said
down.
75 games is good for him. You're missing 7 games in the season. That's good for your normal starter
But still.
because that's some load management.
Somebody
Like
never played
75
a full-
I
games.
mean,
is
you're
might as
ignoring
well-
the first 4 years of
Right,
his
he
career.
already
too.
had
But
injury
It looked like he started getting
concerns.
healthier. 75 games back-to-back season says that he's doing better as
I
opposed
think
to the
it's still getting
60s.
hurt.
From
So
what I
that's showing
understand,
he was playing through
was
injuries,
still
nigga.
I was gonna say he was
He
still
was
like
playing through
Hey, he
the
played more
injury.
games. Then he got to LA and started relaxing.
Just take that L and we can move
I ain't
on to
taking
the
it because
to
he
the
just
Pacers.
had 2 healthy seasons and he got
Right.
hurt.
The nigga
I was
still
just
was
talk-
hurt, nigga.
Never mind. So the Pacers are reportedly moving towards a rebuild and are receptive to trade talks centered around Karis LeVert and either Sabonis or Miles Turner.
so basically they're where Portland was probably like 2 or 3 years ago,
Mhm.
where
That
except they
crossover.
actually are making the decision like we need to make a move because it was like everybody could see like what Indiana was building. It's like you can't go forward with both of the bigs, and you probably can't go forward with Brogdon and LeVert. Like there's too much overlap there where they kind of proven that they can't play together.
Mhm.
So like now we've been through what 3 coaches in 3 years for Indiana because they had Nate, then they had the other Nate, and now they have Carlisle.
And Carlisle ain't going nowhere for a while.
Yeah,
I don't
he ain't
think.
going nowhere.
I mean, because Pacers don't want to be paying like 4 coaches at the same time.
yeah.
Like, so, I mean, I'm
And-
proud of them for not just like trying to slap lipstick on a pig and like just pull the plug.
Hey, you got all the old analogies.
I do.
That's one of my
You
favorite.
put them all out
lipstick on the
today.
pig.
Hello.
Lipstick on the pig. Goddamn.
Before the season started, I did not think the Pacers were going to make the playoffs.
Mhm.
I also did not think they would be where they are now.
I think 3rd worst in the East. Oh Jesus
Oh
Christ!
Lord!
Damn.
CJ McCollum has a collapsed right lung and will be further evaluated.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So much for that trade.
Damn,
That's wild.
that's
I wonder if it happened.
Were they playing?
I can't imagine they were like since it's only 7:15.
unless they're on the East Coast.
They didn't play yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Just
turned that
saying.
game on. I was like, no Dame, no CJ, no thank you, no thank you.
collapse. mode.
Dang, get better, CJ. That's a tough one. My mom had both of them lungs collapse at different points, and that's a rough.
They said it feels like trying to breathe through a straw with
Like
a hole
you
in it.
can't you can't catch enough air. It's
That's
just
scary, yo.
yeah, that's
Jesus.
Get well soon, bro.
for sure,
real,
for
for
sure.
And congratulations on your son.
Oh, they had the baby.
No,
Oh,
it's coming within the next couple weeks.
I was gonna say, oh, that's a lot going on. That's a big
He
emotional.
said he got a lot.
Up and down to have a collapsed lung, then have your son come the same. Like that's a lot going on. But okay. All right, some NBA records to acknowledge. So the Grizzlies dog walked the Thunder, beat them by 73 points, which is the largest margin of victory in NBA history.
I looked at that score like, what?
I
I
didn't
thought it
believe
was
it.
fake. Yeah, because I had to go to multiple sources.
Mm.
I was like, this shit can't be real.
That reminded me of like when Kobe scored 81. Like I just saw it on the ticker. I'm like,
Did they put a typo?
these numbers don't make sense. 81 points. Like, you mean over like the last 3 games?
It's like, nah.
Most of that was in 3 quarters.
The Grizzlies,
by the way.
yeah. The Grizzlies bench scored 93 points. So the bench outscored the whole Thunder team.
That's wild.
by 20.
93 from the bench.
By 20.
That's crazy.
The bench dubbed them.
The bench put up 93.
Like that's everything was just they was just out there, bro. Like that's like perfect. That's like perfect harmony, bro.
93.
Everybody
from the
just in sync,
bench.
just balling. I couldn't even imagine just. You can't even recreate that.
That's a long 48 to sit there and
take the L. Like that's an ass whooping for real, for real.
93 from the bench. They be happy as hell when the starters combined for like 85. I mean, the starters, man, they putting up numbers, and the bench come in, add them like another 20. They average like 105 a game. All right.
That's woeful. That's
In today's NBA, shit, you got to average 125 to keep up.
you ain't
Like
got
as a coach, what do you tell your team after that? Like
Shit,
after you get
next
beat
game,
like that,
burn the game tape.
it's just like, yo, I
taking
don't
the
know-
ice cream.
I don't know what to tell y'all, motherfuckers, man.
Hey, go get some ice
Y'all
cream.
was out there. Y'all see that shit. What nothing working shit. I don't know. Fuck.
As a coach, you got to be upbeat. As a front office person, like he's probably like, "Good job,
Right.
we tanking." That's what y'all supposed to be doing.
And to Mark's point, the Thunder were playing without SGA, but Memphis didn't have Ja.
Yeah.
So
Although without Ja, they're on a 5-game winning streak,
Mhm.
and they haven't trailed in any of those games.
Dylan Brooks,
Not a minute, not a second.
No, and like they've only been tied. Like aside
was
from
like
0-0, they've only been tied once, and that was 2-2 against Miami in this last game.
That's
and they smoked
crazy.
Miami.
It's
Cooking.
Although Miami
Jaren
is playing
Jackson
without
Jr.
like basically everybody.
he's coming alive.
Desmond Bain is serious.
Desmond
Bane's
Bain
nice.
too. Yeah.
Like there are 2 draft picks that I'm very proud of because I identified them before the draft, and that's Donovan Mitchell and Desmond Bain. Because like both of them, I was like, go get them, and like they both are better than even I expected them to be. So
Yeah. You were really high on Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
I won't forget that one. You was like, that man about listen, Donovan Mitchell. And I was like, really?
Everyone was like, who?
He gonna be that cold? The Phoenix Suns had a historic 18-game win streak come to an end against the Warriors. That 18-game win streak is a franchise record for the Suns, and Chris Paul is now the first NBA player to be a part of a win streak of at least 17 games for 3 different teams. Point God.
Yeah.
that first Phoenix Golden State game was
Cracking.
so good. Like I'm mad that Book got hurt because
Chris Paul started cooking. That motherfucker get to the mid range just
His midi.
just
Unmatched,
unfucking
bro.
real, bro.
His
I need to
midi
buy that
unmatched.
book, the mid-range book.
mid-range theory.
Yes, sir. I need to
That's
get
part
that.
now.
I need to get that.
Ain't nothing like a good mid range.
No, honestly, it's my
That's
favorite
the-
part of
I am annoyed though, like with announcers, because like I was watching the Suns game, I think it was last night, and they're like, "Yeah, there's Chris Paul cooking in the mid range again." Like they tell him that's the bad shot. It's like nobody has ever said Chris Paul taking the mid range shot is a bad
It's a
shot.
bad
anyone
shot.
who says that does not understand how analytics work, and it makes me mad every time I hear it because it's like, no, it's a great shot for Chris
No,
Paul because he's
exactly.
elite at
That's
doing
what he
it.
do.
That's his shot.
Yeah.
It's the people that's shooting like 33% from mid range. They
That's
should not be
doing that,
taking that
yeah.
shot. They're like,
Like-
you might as well take a 3 because it's worth more and you're just as likely to hit it.
Like, there's
That's
no one
all it
looking
is.
at DeMar DeRozan being like, "Stop shooting that!
Right.
No. Chris Middleton.
Stop
You
shooting
shoot
that!"
that
I
fade
mean,
away.
Bud said that at first, but
Bud had to learn.
he came around.
Chris was like, bro, I'm just gonna keep shooting this motherfucker. He's gonna learn. Let me shoot my shit. We good. I'm just sitting there looking at the bench and shit. Got the ball in the post. Staring Bud down. You shoot that fade away. Look at him and shit.
Stare him down while he runs
Right,
back
going
on
back.
defense.
You talking that shit in practice?
And the Houston Rockets, they became the first team in a Big Four sport to follow up a 15-plus game losing streak with a 6-game winning streak.
I think they won 7 straight now.
That's well, I mean, that makes sense because that's hard to do in football.
The Lions gonna try.
If the motherfuckers, it's not.
It's not
If
gonna
the
happen.
motherfuckers make, I gotta find a sports book.
They ain't
Make
gonna
this damn bet, bro. $2 for $200 million.
Oh, the Chris Middleton alarm went off.
Titonia World's here. He heard us talking about Chris Middleton in a positive way, and his alerts went off. Oh my
He's
god!
been summoned.
He said, "Oh my god! How dare they say anything positive about Chris Middleton?"
You know he good, bro. You know he
it.
good.
You know it, fam.
You know
You've
he
just
good.
held on to this shtick for so long that you hate Chris that you
You
gotta
can't let
keep
it die.
going.
He is good. He helped us win. He closed out game
With no Chris
5.
Middleton, there's no championship.
Right. Eastern Conference Finals. Who closed it out? Who closed it out? Toe to toe with KD. Who did that?
Wait, what?
That one game. That one game. Hey, we talking about one game. We talking about one game. You know what game I'm talking about?
Oh, when he was okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that. I'll give you
He
that.
did
one.
that.
We
I
gonna
was with
get
you
to
all the
West.
way up until that
I'm
point.
about to say that Brooklyn
Bro,
game.
I was like, wait, what?
That playoff game. He was cooking.
We're gonna get to West, Mark, fairly soon after we talk about how the Heat and the Bulls got a punishment
Yeah, man, fuck them.
from the NBA
And the NBA.
as a result of their investigation into free agent acquisitions of Kyle Lowry and Lonzo Ball. Both teams just lost a second round pick. Neither team has one for like 5 years, so
So they lose an 8th grader.
To lose the 8th grade.
Oh, we've been scouting him for about 6 years now.
a
anyway,
stop
no matter.
clock is right once a series. I'd give you that if it was only once in the series, but
I mean, he closed it out.
Chris was carrying.
Yeah.
Chris was carrying
Yeah.
the Bucks at some points. Like, no.
Even if he started 0 for 7, which he does, then
Then that fourth quarter came and he said,
now he's
got
7 for 22.
"What's that badge on 2K? Clutch shooter.
Yeah.
Chris got it on gold.
Volume shooter,
He got it on gold.
Hall of Fame.
He got volume shooter on Hall of
Hall
Fame.
of Fame.
for Sure. Clutch shooter on gold, probably.
The more
Probably on
shots you
gold.
take, bro.
I actually think his argument is that Chris don't shoot it enough. Like that's his problem with him.
That I can get down with.
I told you he'll average like 30 a game, bro, on his own.
Back to the Heat and Bulls. Like I don't really care about tampering. Like I've said that numerous times. Like everybody talking, like these people just happen to get caught.
And everybody listen.
But the frustrating part is the Bucks got knocked a second round pick.
Yep.
And they got fined.
Yep.
But the NBA in their press release said that they gave them leniency because they didn't end up getting the player. So for Miami and Miami and Chicago to get a second round pick without a fine, which again, billionaires money, I don't really give a fuck. But for them to then get the players and benefit from it, like
And still
at least be fair. You know what I mean? Like y'all should just let it keep. I mean, it worked out, so I'm not that mad. But
I was in Atlanta, 7 turnovers. Hey, sometimes Giannis got 6, 7, 8 times. Hey, man, it happens sometimes.
The nigga's like, I seen it. I was there.
Didn't he have a 40 ball in the Atlanta series?
he did,
Mm-hmm.
and then he scored like 16 straight in Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Like,
turnovers happen.
Like honestly, I forgot about the game. Like coming out of halftime, like he scored like
Because they
Like,
had
he
Trey
was
on
on
him
fucking
back to back to
fire.
back. He was like, fuck it. That's when he started warming up.
That's
You
when they
see
got
Trey?
hot.
Like,
They
he was
had,
hitting-
Then they did that switch on that pick. He was like, oh, I seen them about to switch. I just pulled it again.
on the Bucks YouTube, they had him sit
Mhm.
down with Zora Stevenson. He was going through the game, and he was like, I forget there was the shot in the corner. He was like, this wasn't actually a really good shot.
He was
But
a really bad shot.
he said I was feeling a certain way. I threw it up, it went in. I knew it was
Hey, fuck it.
it is what it is. But no, my thing with the Heat and the Bulls is pretty pretty similar to what Eric was saying. Listen, NBA, either you care about tampering or you don't. So either really try to enforce the rules and and make it a thing, be consistent, or let them do what they gonna do. Like this whole picking and choosing randomly when there's a random Woj tweet that set the Bucks up in the first place. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna
And
go
then they
back down there.
investigated
Bro.
mid-season now. So, look, all right. What was y'all going to do? Tell them to go back to the original team? Like, this shit just...
Whatever,
all
fam.
right.
It is what it is at this point. I'm gonna save the overreactions. We can come back to it if we are short on time or going. Yeah, if we not short on time. If we need to fill the space up, I don't think we will, but if we do, we can come back to that. But we're gonna go into the transactions and injury news. So Tim, I'm gonna pass that right on over to you.
For sure. So injuries, we got Raiders running back Kenyon Drake has suffered an ankle fracture and will be shut down for the remainder of the year, placed on IR. Ravens lose star cornerback Marlon Humphrey for the rest of the season because of a torn pectoral muscle. Washington football team tight end Logan Thomas avoided an ACL tear, but there was damage to his knee. He just got back like 2 weeks ago.
it was a dirty hit.
Yeah.
He was my FanDuel tight end this week.
Vikings wide receiver Adam Thielen suffered a high ankle sprain. Roethlisberger is now in the final year of his contract.
You can hear read that.
Oh, okay. He's gone. He's gonna be leaving sometime soon.
We talked about that. You should listen earlier if you just catch that part.
He's talking to the audience.
Just
or
rewind it.
I thought you
It's
talking
the
to
audience.
I was like, damn.
It's an audience. It's an audience. It's an
I
audience.
did.
She
I was
was
like,
talking to
shit.
everybody else. I got it. We here.
Yeah, we hear you. You
I
know what I'm
was
talking
like,
about.
yeah, damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Off the top rope. goddamn.
Exactly. I was like, shit.
It was a tag halfway through.
Hey,
I
bro.
seen it.
You know what I'm
Listen, RKO out of nowhere.
Speaking of which, damn. Do we got wrestling at all? No.
No.
The RK Bro is gold. RK Bro is good. They had a week where this motherfucker Matt Riddle came out looking like Randy Orton. He had the whole sideburns, the beard,
I watched shit last
hilarious.
night. I ain't-
They are. I like RK Bro. RK Bro is great.
Bro, it's trash.
I'll catch you at the Royal Rumble because that's the next
Right,
time
I'm
watching.
not.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, trash.
NFL.
Mhm.
Carolina Panthers fired offensive coordinator Joe Brady with the team sitting at 5-7. I wonder if he'll go to try to be the quarterbacks coach with the Bengals this offseason because he was over there with Joe
Mhm.
at LSU.
Oh.
So
I
when he
remember
went to the
coming, I was gonna say like
Smoke
coming
him.
out like when he got hired by the Panthers, like he was like the hottest name in coaching. Like he was, I think he was the offensive coordinator at LSU, right?
Yeah.
So he was getting like head coaching in the NFL interviews, and it's like quickly out.
I
And a
bet
lot of
he
people
wish.
thought he was gonna go to Cincinnati.
I bet he wished they fired him when LSU still had the opening.
He could have went back.
I mean, it'll be open in a couple years, so
Hey, but you gotta make sure you open at the same time.
So that's why I'm thinking like it wouldn't surprise me if he decided if he didn't go back to college to go over with the Bengals and just kind of like, hey yo, me and Joe made magic before.
I mean,
sure
Joe
he
got
can
to stay
network
healthy.
himself.
So
Yeah.
That's
Need
the only
to get
thing
him a
holding-
line then.
That's the only thing holding him back.
Like damn, I
I mean, they had to go get Jamar Chase. you know
I
what
get
I'm saying?
Chase is great, and he will be. But damn, bro, he can't stay upright. That's why he hurt. He stay getting hit.
and he's not a big dude.
He's not. Joe be moving too. Joe be running. Buccaneers wide receiver Antonio Brown.
Oh boy.
And
Big chest.
yeah.
Big shit.
And safety
bro.
Mike Edwards received a 3-game suspension for misrepresenting their vaccination status under the NFLPA COVID-19 protocol. They'll be eligible to return for during week 16. Now, Antonio Brown had a fake Vax ID card.
Yeah.
They gave him 3, but
Uh-huh.
there's also word on the street right now that the Buccaneers not sure if they're gonna actually bring him back.
Yeah. They
Oh,
might
for
cut.
real?
They might
They
cut
like,
him.
bro, we
You know how they found out that it was fake,
chef.
right?
Mm-hmm.
No, because it said big chest instead of Antonio Brown.
This is weird.
My niggas like fucking put big chest on this motherfucker.
I can't. For the people who were saying
Nigga don't take nothing serious.
how Antonio Brown get suspended, but Aaron Rodgers don't.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them lied, yes. But
Rodgers probably lied to
one
the
of
public.
them forged documents.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a felony.
Yeah,
Right.
Antonio Brown took it to
Yes.
another level.
That is technically
Yeah, he took it to
You
another
can't
level.
be
like
forging
that.
documents, fam. So like
He
Nigga,
was
doctors
doing
signing
good,
this
bro. He was doing good, playing
he couldn't
well.
help
He was
himself.
getting the ball, bro. Everything, bro.
He been out too long.
He couldn't help himself.
He been out too long. He had to find something to do.
I was like,
He had to find something to
yeah.
do. He ain't on the. That's what he said. He said, "I came to Tampa Bay, and the best thing that happened for me is because Tom let him move into the crib, and I've been able to focus only on football
Yeah.
and do my thing." He been hurt.
Put
ain't had nothing
he
else
the
to do.
COVID card submitted
I
before the
was like,
season started. That ain't got nothing to do with that part. He been
He ain't had
lying.
nothing to do this offseason.
I was like, let me see what these COVID cards be like.
I feel like every problem Antonio Brown has
It's
is
because of him.
because he doesn't like to pay people. Like your chef would shut the fuck up if you would just pay him what you
gave
owed
the
him.
damn money.
Like his chef came out and was like, this nigga didn't pay me. He faked his COVID
Right.
card.
Like,
Like,
Like, he bamboozled me. Shit, I've been out here cooking in this motherfucking kitchen. I seen that shit. Pissed me off.
Hey, Antonio Brown's like, nigga, what you doing?
What the fuck my money, Tone?
What
What
you
the fuck my money,
bro?
Tone?
I was finna pay you, my nigga. You on that bullshit. Fuck you now, nigga. I can't pay you because I ain't playing now, nigga.
he wasn't gonna pay him anyway.
Right.
I'm like,
He already knew what it was.
He was
got
like,
paid by
big
the
lies.
He told that nigga to check his cash app. Check your cash app, nigga. You bullshit. You had a blessing waiting for you. Now you bullshit.
They said, how much I owe you, bro? This much? Hey, give me that article, bro. What you know?
Oh boy.
I will say, like, when I saw the push notification for the penalty, I thought it said Mike Evans. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh, Mike, I don't know who that nigga is. He like,
And yeah, Jordan Love is on the COVID list for the Packers.
but to your point, like the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Antonio Brown is like Aaron Rodgers only lied to the media. Like the league and the Packers both knew
They all
like
knew
he was
what it really
unvaccinated.
is.
Like his
Mhm.
status was
Was known, technically.
To them, to people
Yeah.
who needed to know it.
exactly.
He just thought we weren't important.
And the NFL let the shit go, and then it was like, oh my God, you lied, bitch. I told you. You want the email?
He's like, my bad.
You CC.
We forgot
That word voodoo crap, man. That man said, yes, I'm immunized. Okay. We're not going, but don't get me mad about that again. What Adrian Peterson talk about him? What did he do now?
He scored a touchdown. He's like number 10 now on the all-time rushing list too. He passed Eric Dickerson. But he signed with the Seattle Seahawks to do this. So him and Russ. Did they win? I think they ended up winning.
Oh, last week, yeah, they won.
Adrian Peterson just
He getting bounced around.
He's reaching that Jerry Rice on
on
the Seahawks.
He scored everywhere. He scored with Tennessee
Yeah.
before
I
they
feel
cut
like,
him.
but I feel like Jerry Rice was still more productive than Adrian Peterson is at this point.
How? He's still scoring touchdowns. He got
scored
3 this year.
He scored from the goal line.
Right? He's not like
He got him. How many motherfuckers can say they got a rushing touchdown?
Probably a lot.
In
honestly.
AP situation.
In the AP
I'm saying.
situation.
I just said his old ass coming in and
I'm
still
still
running in
Jerry
there.
Rice was still getting touchdowns. Like
Jerry
Randy
Rice,
Moss caught
Jerry
a
Rice
touchdown
was getting
in Tennessee.
touchdowns in addition to putting up numbers. Adrian Peterson is just kind of getting touchdowns every so often and
What's
on
my
his random
vote?
stuff.
How many numbers I
7
need?
yards, 2 touchdowns.
How many numbers I need?
That's the
Hey,
that's the stats.
Hey,
he
7
put
yards
up,
for 7
nigga.
points. What you talking about?
But that's the stats. He put
It's
up.
only numbers I need to hear. Then that man only threw 3 passes yesterday for 3 yards.
Hey, bro.
I'm just, I
He
am,
caught
I
the
am.
dub.
Did he
just-
win?
I am
He caught
just
the dub.
saying.
Balling.
I'm just saying. When you're bringing up Jerry Rice, I'm just saying.
I'm mad that he tried to keep them braids that long.
Them
dog.
braids was the biggest offense he
Like
had.
that nigga, like literally, bro. Like you had braids just to the back, bro. Like, come on, dude.
No.
Could
I
have
don't-
bees on them hoes too.
Oh no, it's Russian. Never mind.
Now, really sad news though.
Hmm.
UConn star Paige McBuckets,
Oh yeah.
Paige Buckets, and Paige Bucher is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks with a knee fracture.
Yeah, I hate to see it for real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
that's-
just crumbled. Did you see the play?
Mm-mm.
She literally just bringing the ball up.
Yeah,
and just
and then
crumbled.
it's just
Damn.
like like
Just
non-basketball move. She was coming down the court.
just bringing the ball up.
That was it, bro. Like wasn't nothing like she was.
She was getting ready to
trying
make.
to
She was getting
shift
ready
or
to make a
nothing.
move,
Yeah.
and then it
She was just
just.
bringing the ball up and just I was collapsed. It was like, what the fuck just happened? Them the
The
scariest
defender was
injuries,
looking like,
though.
I didn't touch you.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you call that? Don't blow that whistle.
She looked confused. She's like, hey, I don't.
That's wild though. Like so,
Yeah,
for all those on the injury list, prayers and best of wishes.
always
For
for
sure,
sure.
for sure.
Still got some more.
Yeah, including the folks coming up. Zion Williamson, an NBA, has a slight delay in his rehab while dealing with soreness in his foot.
Cut bait. It ain't
New
worth
Orleans
it.
doesn't view this as a serious
He
setback.
got gout. That nigga gout.
Oh my God.
Shut your ass.
That's-
Williamson
that's not what it said.
Won't be doing any contact work during
I
the
know gout
road
when I
trip.
see it, nigga. All that food, that nigga, you do all that nigga got gout, bro. I ain't trying to do that shit.
This shit sucks.
That's wild.
The
That's
news
wild.
comes shortly after Williamson was medically cleared for full basketball activities on November 26. 10 days later, he was cleared to participate in contact drills, beginning with one-on-one work, progressing towards full team workouts. His foot was then reevaluated again on November 24th and proceeded to participate on 4-on-4 full-court scrimmage in the following days. Williamson's eventual return date will still be in the air.
I bet it is in the air. Just like was before the season. Oh, he'll be ready.
He was like, oh,
He'll be back. Speaking of in the air, Bucks center Brook Lopez has back surgery and is out indefinitely. They are
Yeah.
optimistic that he will be back before the season.
yeah, so
It's
that'll be-
over.
That'll be cool.
I was like, Shams, you lied. What was this interview for? Talking about
technically, Brook lied.
man, listen, I felt lied to all around. From Brook, from Shams, from the Bucks. I didn't know what was happening.
The only people that's left to lie to us is the Brewers, huh? But the Packers
I mean,
lying
I
to
guess-
us, Bucks lying to us.
I mean, technically, Brook ain't lied. They just never told you anything in the first place.
They kept that close to the vest.
Nuggets forward Michael Porter Jr. undergoes back surgery and is expected to miss the rest of the season. But I think we kind of figured that was going to happen.
Yeah. It's
Phoenix
just
guard.
official now.
Phoenix guard Devin Booker, his hamstring, he's out a few games. Pacers guard TJ McConnell, who's dealing with the right wrist injury, will be out for a while.
Man, these teams
It's a
are
lot
getting
of up in the
real lax with the injury reporting. It's like, all right, gonna miss a couple games.
He'll
Be
be out
out
for
for a
He'll
while.
be out for a while.
Indefinitely. Minor setback.
We'll talk to him when we talk to him.
Timetable unclear.
Your guess is
Right.
Like an
Magic
eight ball.
What we got today?
Please try again later. No, this ain't what I want.
Center Bam Adebayo sustained a torn UCL in his left thumb, underwent surgery, and is expected to be out about 5 to 6 weeks.
Finally, a hard deadline. I mean, timeline. Like shit.
Yep. Health and
Watch
safety
it 5 to 6
protocols.
weeks from now, it's gonna be like, we'll reevaluate today.
They're reevaluating in 5 to 6 weeks. So COVID protocols, health and safety protocols. Let me call it that. Health and safety protocols. LeBron James has entered health and safety protocols after testing positive for COVID-19, but subsequently tested negative at least 7 times and was allowed to return to play after missing only 1 game.
LeBron was pissed.
I bet.
He said, "Y'all said I had a positive. Y'all didn't retest me right away, and y'all just made me find a way home from San Francisco by myself." He said, "No security,
Catch the bus,
no
nigga.
team."
That's some bullshit. You know who I am, nigga?
I bet he has not traveled without security.
Yeah,
and like
probably ever. Yeah.
since at least 16.
Yeah.
Like
It's a lifetime now.
But this is back to our conversation last week. I'm like, you think they get the face of the league gets this kind of treatment? Like, no, like they could have been fudging the hell out of them test results if he was positive. Like,
no, they wouldn't let him play if he gets
I had to
positive.
call my mama.
I don't know. They let
No.
Giannis play in the finals, so
He went positive, fam.
the Nassus was.
Hey, sucks for Thanasis. Good for Giannis.
Saying them dudes be like on each other all day.
Hey,
like,
I hear you. The
ain't no
vaccine
way.
must have kicked in. I don't know what to tell you. I can't explain to you how it works.
Hey,
Hey,
to
and
be
look,
fair,
look, look.
I must say, to be fair, my mama whole house had it, and we didn't get it,
And he was over there.
and we
with
was
her.
there.
Like, I can't explain to you how it worked.
You had a little bit of it.
Like,
I ain't trying to hit that. You have to be over there with a house full of motherfuckers. And they gonna get just a tad. Yeah,
nope,
tad.
not an inkling.
His vaccine said no.
Not at all.
Nope.
That's
not
what I
today.
told her that too. I'm like, glad I got my shots, huh? Like, not at all.
Let me tell you something about that booster shot.
Uh-huh.
My Sunday,
yeah,
I was
sleep.
fever,
Oh, for
chills. Not as bad as when I had that second. The second shot really took me out.
Was it the same shot that you had the second time?
They said it was only half the dosage, so I was like, "Oh, it shouldn't be that bad."
But was it the same shot?
Yeah, it was still Moderna. But I have heard that Moderna has more side effects than the Pfizer.
I had COVID, so I guess it was different.
But Sunday, I was just sleep, waking up. Let me change my clothes, sweated through everything, headache, tired, sleep, cold, hot, hot. I was like, ooh, I can't wait for 24 hours to be over. So this is going to be over.
Oh, so it don't last that long?
No, I knew it was only going to be like a day. That's how it was with the second shot, too. But
That's why I said I wanted to get it. Like, my body already know I got fucked up before. Well, I really didn't even feel none of the effects the first time, honestly. Or the second.
Noman didn't. My husband didn't either.
Like, I was tired, man.
But
That's
Yeah, that's
the
all. I was
booster, the
tired.
booster got him.
Oh, for real?
Not like the same where I was, but he was kind of like,
Hey, yo,
I don't feel good.
What is this?
bing bong.
But I was worse than he was, but like he felt that booster. But he didn't have anything from the first 2 shots. So it's always hard to say.
That's a razzle dazzle with that booster.
That Bucks booster has some extra juice in it or
Right.
something. I don't
Like, you
know
wanna
what
see
they-
Larry? We got something for that ass. Gonna make sure you good.
All
like
right,
that.
yeah, we're gonna make sure here.
Okay, to finish out this list, Bulls guard / forward DeMar DeRozan and Kobe White, Ish Smith on the Hornets, LaMelo Ball on the Hornets, Terry Rozier, Mason Plumlee, and Jalen McDaniel. That's 5 motherfuckers.
The Hornets got hit.
Yeah, they did. Beginning January 15, any NBA players who are unvaccinated will be unable to play games in Toronto. They are not fucking around with y'all. They said, get the fuck up out of
Canada
here.
been on that.
Yeah, and they've been doing it with the NHL, but now they like, hey, now fuck
Oh,
what y'all,
y'all
the NBA
motherfuckers.
like, hey, fuck what y'all talking about, bro. It's our country, bro. Y'all come over here.
With
So
that
fuck y'all gotta
bullshit.
do.
Shoot, the Raptors to play a whole season in the States.
Because what I understand is like before this, like they were still allowing people to come in and play, but like they had to be like quarantined to their room basically like the entire time they were there unless they were going to the arena. So like, now they're just like, nope, we're not letting y'all in.
And
11
lastly,
Chargers out with their own.
Yeah.
the Bucks wave George. How you say Kalitzakis?
I never learned how to say his last name.
Yorgos Kalitzakis.
Yorgos?
Yorgos Kalitzakis.
I learned how
What
to
do
say
they?
Mama
What do they send
Kelly-
them?
Kelly Billy show.
What they send you? Not well wishes, but future endeavors email. We wish you best in your future endeavors. We ended up signing Wes Matthews.
Wesley Waffy.
Wesley Waffles. Rascally Wabbits.
He came on the court and I was like, wait, why you wearing my number? And I was like, oh, wait. Bobby got your number.
And Bobby ain't giving it.
Nah,
bro.
Bobby
You
has
came back.
Bobby's.
Bobby was you came back.
Bobby got
Bobby
a title
helped
in
us.
that
I
9.
was
Bobby
saying,
stamps.
Bobby 9 on lot.
Yeah, that's
Damn, you
done.
from here and Bobby Stamp, bro.
He from Madison.
Damn.
Thank you for that.
But yeah, so we got West back, and I was actually happy about that. I was like, okay.
I
I'm
saw
hoping
him
he
with
can still shoot.
I saw him with the Lakers. I said, I don't know what you got.
I know, but he didn't do that with us. So I was like,
The thing is, like, time is so fucked up because it's like George and Wesley were only gone for like a year, literally.
not
like,
even.
Yeah.
Because that season
365
started
days.
up.
No, I'm saying like 365 days. So like the last time that they played with them was like October of last year, I think, or maybe
The
September.
bubble, yeah.
Yeah, the bubble.
So it's, what, 14 months ago? Like they haven't been gone that long. Like,
3 seasons in what? Less than
a
2
year.
years.
That's fuck.
That's wild to actually put it in that perspective. 365. They was with
Yeah,
us.
3 different seasons in 365 days.
That's crazy.
But I was excited. Like I said, I was happy that West was back. We'll have some more shooting. Hopefully, he can just kind of play semi good defense on the. I know he ain't doing that LeBron shit that he was doing. When he
did that
was
shit in
54.
LA. He came to shoot and that was it, motherfucker.
And he wasn't even doing that.
So-
And wasn't even
I
hitting
mean,
him,
he
though.
kind of alluded to like he was sold a bill of goods to come to the Lakers. He was saying like, you know, like they had certain, you know, they
Things
laid
like that
out
for
a
him.
path for me that was different from what I got when I was there.
Because if you keep in mind,
Mhm.
where his time with the Bucks ended in the bubble against the Heat, where he was doing a great job playing defense on Jimmy Butler, and then Bub randomly sit him, and everybody was sitting there like, why is West on the bench right now? Now Jimmy cooking. You saw what was happening.
But he was like, come on, bro.
Same system, had Marvin Williams playing a drop sit. Like, Bud was very rigid in what he wanted to do, and it was his way or the highway. And this last season,
He had to make adjustments.
Bud had to adjust. Otherwise, he was going to be fired.
He knew that.
Bud had to adjust. The team adjusted with him.
I mean,
Ironically
he
enough,
adjusted and he was still about to get fired.
Ironically
you know?
enough,
When that shit.
the Bucks were doing the stuff that I think West was told that he'd be able to be doing in LA
Mhm.
this past season. So now that Bud has been like, it's like his
He's
eyes
grown.
have been open. He's like, oh,
He's matured as a coach.
I don't have to just do the exact same coverage all the time.
Switch it up a little bit. Oh,
So-
threw him off. Oh my God.
So I was concerned because, you know, like they signed Boogie and then they're like, oh no, Boogie didn't have a setback. And then the next day he has back surgery. So like for Dante to have been making progress and then they signed West, I'm like, oh shit, is something wrong
Same.
with Dante? But apparently he's on his way back.
Had his G League assignments.
I mean, they're just practicing. Like he's not. I'm doubtful that he actually plays a game in the G League. Like they're just like the Bucks
Live
don't
reps.
practice during the regular
Like they
season.
did with Clay.
So
Or they're doing with Clay.
exactly.
Yep.
It's like they'll assign like these veterans to the G League team because that's the only way that they get to practice with the
Meaningful.
team.
Some 5-on-5
Exactly.
action, you know.
Like they actually practice hard in the G League. The NBA is kind of like a walkthrough, especially like Bud, like barely Bud, like hour-long practices in which they don't go full speed. So
That's it.
They got to protect their body. Like he's trying to,
exactly,
you know, they're an older team too. I mean,
especially now.
Damn, we
like
got to quick.
that happens when you win
We was talking about
championships.
LA
You be
and shit.
chasing. We ain't that old.
We ain't that old.
We not, but
really,
damn.
come on now.
We ain't that old.
And our 27-year-old actually
Our star is.
plays and looks like a 27-year-old. He don't look like he's 32.
But yeah, I'm happy West is
He
back.
didn't catch that.
He heard you. He's just ignoring you. He's
Exactly.
ignoring
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
He don't. He's just.
I'm already in my chest.
But no, West looked like he still got the feet to move. I was more worried about him defensively than anything else. And he still looks like he can bring something to that end.
How do y'all feel about Boogie so far?
Boogie be fouling.
Smacking the shit out of
Boogie be fouling.
Give him
And
money worth.
But he's doing what I just want him to give us 7 and
a couple
4
minutes.
in like 12, 13 minutes. That's
He's
it.
a big body.
He is still a big body.
I didn't realize that he passed as well as he does.
Mhm.
That's been nice to see. He just be bullying people. He be
Mhm.
getting fouls for that same reason. But like when it's not a foul, it's normally a bucket. So
Spin move.
it's kind of funny seeing him after learning more about Chris's and Bobby's relationship, where Chris has been Bobby's like voice of reason, I guess you would say. Like,
Oh,
when
really?
Bobby were wild out, Chris would be the one be like, "You need to calm down right now, fam."
They caught him on like
And during the finals,
like when he got that technical in Game 6
when he
because
ran
he was
down
like
the court,
high stepping down the court. Like he came back up court and Chris was like, "Calm the fuck down." Like,
but you
bro,
heard it on the like it picked up the mics where he's just like, "You need to calm down." It was an article that came out, I think, Journal Sentinel, where Bobby was like, "Yeah, Chris yell at me a lot, but I like it because I need someone to be on me like that." So, it's paid off. So I seen Chris also doing that with Boogie. Like you hear him in a game, like it's good, DC. Like don't like, hey, don't chill.
Hey.
Yeah, I think that's an underrated
This is a
part.
dad. Hey.
Y'all better not be in that toilet.
Hey,
I know y'all not in that toilet.
what y'all doing?
I think that's an underrated part of the partnership between Giannis and Chris is that Chris can't. We can go over because like I was like I'm gonna make a generalization. I don't know the facts, but
We can skate past that. That's cool. Some college stuff. So, what's ND?
Notre Dame.
The defensive coordinator Marcus Freeman is named a new head coach. He's replacing Brian Kelly. Oklahoma hired Clemson DC Brent Venables. Did they say his name? Venables? Venables as head coach to replace Lincoln Riley. Miami hired Oregon head coach Mario Cristobal.
Cristobal.
Yeah.
I got some names in this one.
No way.
Miami essentially negotiated that deal before firing their previous head coach. So you got that. The college football playoffs are set.
Mario Cristobal, like he went to the U, played for him. He's actually a teammate of the Rocks.
Mm.
And like I think on his show, like they had somebody playing
Him on Young Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock's political campaign. I had to stop watching. I'm like, I know what you're doing,
gotta
and
finish
it
that.
bothers me.
I'm only 3 episodes in.
College football playoffs are set. Alabama, number 1 seed up against Cincinnati, the 4 seed, and Michigan against Georgia.
They want to see Alabama and Georgia rematch.
Mm-hmm.
But Michigan might give them a problem because Michigan is nice.
Their
They
defense is nice.
smacked Ohio State.
They are legit this year. So Michigan will give them a real problem. I'm glad somebody represents the Big Ten. That's not Ohio State. Goddamn, bro.
No, it was some stats that came out after that Ohio State Michigan game. I think like that was the first time that Ohio State's coach had lost in the Big Ten like the entire time that he's been the coach, which has only been like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, they broke a whole bunch of streaks when they beat Ohio
Mhm.
State. Like that was the first Big Ten team to beat Ohio State in like years.
Mhm.
It was the first Big Ten team to win the conference championship, not named Ohio State. Like, it was a bunch of shit, bro. Like them motherfuckers was running. They've been running through the Big Ten
Dominating.
since Urban Meyer came over there because of the fact that he brought that whole Florida system, the way he was recruiting and all of that shit, brought that straight to Ohio State and just never
And
left.
the fact that Ohio is like one of the top high school football states by itself. So like you're recruiting Ohio and then you're recruiting like Florida in the
Nationally.
South.
Bring them all there, and then if Florida don't get them or Alabama don't get them, just take them to Ohio State, and then they disperse from there. That's why what Michigan is doing is actually pretty dope. But fuck them.
But fuck them.
Michigan not won the Big Ten since 2004. I don't watch college football. I won't even pretend that I like college football because I don't.
It's garbage.
All I can say about college football is I always hope the Badgers lose. My husband went to Minnesota, so I kind of like cheer for Minnesota because he kind of cheers for Marquette in basketball.
Kind of cheers.
It's not real. It's just supporting
it's
the
a
other
pity-
one. Yeah, it's like
pity support.
that's your squad. But if I had to pick a college football team, it would be Michigan. Just from living in Ann Arbor for a year. That's why my hockey team is the Red Wings.
Okay.
Didn't know you had a hockey team.
I don't watch it, so it's not important. But if someone asks me like, "What's your squad?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Detroit."
Blackhawks.
That's yours, the Blackhawks.
Anything not Wisconsin.
And Wisconsin ain't got a
Anything.
hockey team, so
Anything.
what you want him to say? The Admirals.
Exactly.
Everything.
Okay, with an Apples jersey on, they can get up out of here.
Do you actually root for any
Any
teams from
Wisconsin
Wisconsin? Like in any sport?
Brewers? Oh no,
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm not a Brewer fan.
No, he's not. He's a Boston
Not
fan.
really.
that's right.
And the Cubs,
And the
right?
Cubs. That's right. That's
That's
right.
what I'm saying. Like, bro,
No, ain't no.
no
teams
Wisconsin, and there's a lot of Wisconsin people like you.
here.
I was just found it weird that like not a single Wisconsin team tickles your fancy.
Not
Not
I think
one.
of. Like I'm not like.
I mean, it's
Badgers, I
thought it was
guess.
weird. Like no college teams,
Badgers, I
no
guess.
professional teams.
The Badgers probably would be the team I'll support more than anyone.
The
Probably
football or the basketball or both.
both. Probably.
Oh, I did
I'm a
see that.
Florida
So,
State fan,
A
so-
winless HBCU, Texas Southern beat ranked Florida in basketball.
Oh,
Mm.
Like I think Florida started like 6-0 in their last 2 games, including a loss to Texas Southern.
That's
So,
what's up.
that's dope.
shouts to them.
The White House announced that the U.S. will not send any diplomatic reps to the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing.
What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now?
Joe Biden! I want to give him a big old kiss.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
I seen that. I put it in the group immediately as soon as I seen that shit. I'm like, bro, y'all.
I follow that the
wild.
actual show on Twitter. Like
Mm.
that ever since I saw the very first
I follow
one.
him on TikTok.
Mhm.
You don't
I have
the
no
New
idea
York
what
Street
that
show
Oh,
That's
Bing
your-
Bong?
where that came from? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's your funny too.
they had a new one where they was in Coney Island around
Boy.
Thanksgiving.
Wildin'.
The way they get the
With
bed
a
was
hard
getting
hat.
off, dog. I
See
love
the
how
dogs
New
in
Yorkers
front
talk.
yard.
They be talking big shit.
Big shit. I'm like, these New York motherfuckers are different, bro. They be just
They talking
wilding.
big
Got the
shit.
glizzies.
East Coast slang is weird to me, fam. Although Cam was at Lambeau talking about, I got the glizzy with nothing on it. I'm like, nigga, you ain't got from there, fam.
Like,
Stop.
bro, if you
Get outta
don't,
here,
if you don't
fam.
relax,
It don't
my
even
guy.
sound right to say it, fam. Just call it a brat, fam.
Got the glizzy.
You got
know
a
where
naked
you
glizzy,
from.
bro?
A naked
A
glizzy.
naked
Good
glizzy.
nigga.
He said that. I just looked at him like,
Oh,
We don't-
shit.
get out,
A
fam.
tray full of glizzies.
It's weird.
Wait, so
Oh,
we got their Lambo report, and I know it was their first time, so it's more. So how was your experience,
Um,
or how was your experiencing their experience?
the best part of it was their experience. Me personally, I'd prefer to just watch the football game at home. But it was cool seeing people who haven't seen it before like get excited about it. But it had already been
wasn't
a
that
long.
cold either.
It,
Shit.
It wasn't that cold.
Shit.
it had already been a long weekend. Our car had broke down. I really wasn't in the mood to spend more money, but I was like, hey, my guys, we got a game to go to. So we're going to go to this game. And these tickets were free, so you can't beat free. It was fine. It was Lambeau. It was fine. I don't really have much more to add to it than what they already said last
The
week.
cousins. You told me about the cousins?
Oh, the random, it
About
was,
the random play. I don't know.
It was,
I think we have touch.
when we were tailgating, you know what it's like tailgating in Lambeau.
So that nigga creeping. As soon as he hopped out the car,
So,
we knew what he was on.
They is another car parked, and when they parked, there was a car full of black folks. I said, "Oh, we got some kin folk that done parked over here." And they was in the car for a while, and eventually they got out. And one dude walked up and he go, "Hey, there's a random request, but y'all got some cups?" So I was like, "Yeah, we got some cups, man." I'm like, "Here, take some cups. How many you need?" I need like 4. Then we gave him, I think Tim gave him like 6. He was
Yeah.
being nice. He go 2 extra. And he started just kind of chit chatting with us, just talking. Oh, what y'all got on that grill?
Yeah, hey.
I heard that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, we knew this. I know
But-
a nigga when I see one.
But which I would agree with him. But the first thing he did was he went to his truck, got his champagne, and was
And
like, "We all need
yeah,
to
he was
pour
like,
up."
we need
So
to
like that's why I wasn't tripping over him because like I've seen people where they just kind of walk up and be like, "Can I just get this?"
Can I grab a glizzy?
Some,
Yeah.
I got glizzies for everybody.
but
I like mine raw, please.
no, they were cool. My only regret was actually not telling them to listen to the podcast. I didn't
Yeah,
think
we
about
dropped
that.
the ball on that.
I,
that was cool people, though.
Somebody was at Pfizer for the booster shot thing, and I gave him a.
A rich man.
There you go, thank you.
He posted it on his
Yep.
Instagram. I saw
He also
that.
has a podcast on drinking.
Oh, for
Oh.
real?
Mm.
If I can find it, I
I
will
didn't know.
shout.
I don't
him out.
drink. But,
You need something hop on?
y'all would just need
Pause.
y'all need
Pause.
one shot. Be gone. But no, that tailgate was the first time I actually had like alcohol in a while. And
That drink was
That
delicious.
motherfucking apple
Like
cider.
I've been talking about that shit since then. I
Shit.
was like,
do
the
y'all
bear of the truth
understand
for that
now
shit.
why I missed the whole Packer
Yeah.
game?
Because if you didn't tell me it was liquor in there, I would have been.
Bro, I've been
Nigga,
wanting to
y'all
have
would
some
have been
pineapple
carrying
cider
me
like
to
that
Lambeau, bro.
for so long.
Yeah, it was
For so
it was delicious.
That shit was amazing.
It was.
I need
Yeah.
that like this weekend.
On what though?
You can just make it at home, fam. Just
On
get you
what
some
though?
Fireball, some hot apple cider. You be good to go.
The buzzed word. So
Mm.
shout out to him.
Shout out.
But yeah, Lambeau was cool. It was cool. It was fun seeing them. And dude had Moet at a tailgate, which was wild to
It
me.
was funny.
Well, he's from California too.
It's from
right?
Cali.
Oh, that was the one I told you to get out.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
told
he
Ken to
started
go
talking shit.
when he heard he was a Bears fan. One of them was a Raiders fan, but he's like, I'm from California,
Yeah.
so like I'm
This
just
nigga's for the his whoever she was in the face with the trying to open a bottle.
Oh yeah, when he
This nigga opening the
the
bottle in her
champagne.
face like this, bro. Champagne bottle.
And I was
We like,
like,
bro.
and I was like, hey, you might want to turn.
And then
away.
he was like, oh, that's how you
honestly,
fuck her up.
honestly, I didn't see that he had it towards her. I saw he had it towards the rental, and I was like, hey, you might want to turn your
I
bottle.
was like, my man's wild. He was already sauce.
Yeah.
He came out. He was like, he been drinking.
Then I saw someone else in their car had the Cali trees, and I was like, y'all about to have y'all a good part. They was talking to everybody as they was walking. They was just walking and chopping it up. I hope they had a good time.
Indeed.
Last but not least, the MLB and the MLBPA failed to reach a new labor agreement. So the league is having its first lockout since 1990. I was one. Yep. So that's going to be going on for a while. I ain't got nothing to really say about that. You know how labor agreements go.
They don't expect it. The earliest is like before spring training. So.
Yeah. Any blow the whistles this week?
Sorry. Before that, just to touch on that. They said Jeff Passan said
Touch on what?
Let me finish, goddammit. Jeff Passan was kind of noting who was the baseball insider guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying pretty much don't panic about the lockout until spring training. Like once it gets to spring training, and if it's still locked out at that point, then it's a problem because they don't necessarily lose money because the players don't get paid during spring training. So they was like the players don't necessarily lose money up to that point, but the owners, because of the games, they kind of hit them a little bit. But once it gets to that point, if it's lockout, then start panicking.
Like once checks are in danger, then people have more incentive to come to the park.
Like, wait a minute.
They said they've been talking all year and ain't nothing shit.
I don't even know like what the issues are that they're fighting over. Like we won't have to get into it. I'm just saying like I don't know if they're trying to get like a salary cap or.
I know they want a different split on their money between owners and players. I know
so
that's one point.
The owners want to bring the split down, or the players want to raise it?
The players want to raise it.
Okay.
I know that's one point of it, but I haven't paid attention. I'll pay attention next year. I'm more concerned about football and basketball right now to pretend to care what y'all got going on right now. Sorry, MLB. Sorry, baseball fans. It's just my truth.
And actually, now that you say that, I do remember them mentioning like because of like the COVID seasons, like people are much more concerned about money.
Mm-hmm.
So I do wonder if that will extend to the other sports because I think the NBA has a mutual opt-out after next season. So MLB will be a nice little litmus test.
Yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see for reals. Yeah, any blow the whistles?
I don't know.
Nope. In that case, then we can head right into the Tech Top 5 and get out of here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tech Top 5.
All right. Last week's Tech Top 5 was looking at the best rim protectors in the NBA. I don't see no. Oh wait, I see a couple votes on Instagram.
There's a lot
I
of
was saying on Facebook.
All of them on the Facebook group, most of them.
So what's the word on the Facebook then?
Let me see.
A.
Show ass.
Look, nigga, that's it is.
I'm looking right now.
I see one for D and one for B. That's all I see on Facebook.
It's hella A's in the Facebook.
I got 13 comments here. I see.
Where are you at?
I'm on the Facebook group.
They on the
Douche is the first comment. I wonder how Douche voted.
It's one answer.
Douche vote don't count.
Douche. Oh,
There you go.
okay. I have to click on it. My
Okay,
bad.
so we got C, A,
No, it's A.
D, C,
that's what
A,
I'm saying.
A,
I wouldn't
C.
bullshit. I wouldn't bullshit.
My vote would have been for D, but
Hello.
Hey.
shout out to you, Ken, for winning this poll.
Oh, thank you.
This week we're looking at the best duos in the NBA right now. Tim?
Oh shit! Yeah, y'all got this gonna be one of those switcheroo weeks, bro. Ken, you got it
Oh, I can
first.
go first here. At 5, I have Hardin and KD. 4, LaMelo and Bridges. 3, DeRozan and I have DeRozan and Ball actually.
Right. We know why.
2, Draymond and Steph, and then 1, Chris Paul and Booker.
All right. 5, I got KD and Hardin. If Hardin could actually be consistent, they would be higher on this list. But right now, that's really being carried by Kevin, to be completely honest. Number 4, I got Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Number 3, I got Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, the true duo in Chicago.
I beg to differ.
DeMar out there thinking people seeing flashbacks in Jordan the way he making so many shots. Number 2, I got Chris Middleton and Giannis Antetokounmpo. And then number 1, I got Draymond Green and Steph Curry. I went with Steph and Draymond at number 1. In large part, they are just setting the West ablaze right now. It's similar to how I feel about Chris and Giannis, where it's like when you have two guys who've played together for so long, there's just a certain synergy that they have. And seeing Draymond re-energized and Steph Curry energized and the two of them just syncing all together,
Scary.
it's wild to see. It's fun to see. So that's my number 1 duo right now.
Speaking of those two, like I heard somebody, I think it was either Mike Brown or Steve Kerr, but somebody they reported that one of them said that Draymond is basically the Steph of defense.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, shit, yeah, he is. Like he
Yeah.
completely revolutionized like defense in the
Small ball,
NBA.
yeah.
Like to the point where people like tried to recreate what they were doing, but they couldn't because it's like
You need a
a
Draymond.
one of a kind, like talent. So yeah, actually, like my real list would be what Camille just read off, but because I want to be fun, I'm gonna replace Hardin and KD because fuck
That's fair.
James Harden. And I'm gonna be fun and say Lamelo and Miles Bridges. Just because like both of them have been killing it this year.
They have.
So 4, Chris Paul and Book, 3, LaVine and DeRozan, 2, Chris and Giannis, 1, Steph and Draymond.
Okay.
Oh boy, I see Tim typing his list out.
I got 5 names. I got 5 on there. But I was just trying to kind of contemplate the rest of the league and think about others who may be like the one-offs and shit like that I may not be thinking about. But
I mean, between me and Camille, I think we have everybody under consideration. But
Yep.
Maybe.
yeah. Number 5, I'm gonna go with.
I put Chris Kittleton. I need to change that.
I'm gonna go with LeBron and AD at number 5. When healthy.
I didn't
They ain't been healthy this
They
year.
ain't
I
even
know,
played
but
together. That's why I put them on.
Right.
mine.
That's why I was like, this season?
And just to clarify, we were talking about like right now how
Today?
they
Yeah.
played this season.
Okay, wait. Let me go ahead and remove.
No,
that.
no, change it.
Yeah, I mean, we talking to the listeners.
Right, like
Well, good. You talking to me too? Let me
we said listeners.
let me see.
People
I'm gonna
that
go with
listen.
LaMelo and Bridges because they are exciting. Bridges caught a body on Giannis too.
He catch a body on everybody.
He does, which makes them exciting because LaMelo like, hey, go get it, bro. So that'd be number 5.
Mhm.
Number 4, I'm gonna roll with Giannis and Middleton. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Durant Harden. Number 2,
Over Giannis and Chris.
I'm gonna go with Chris Paul and Booker. And number 1, I'll go with Draymond and Steph.
Why KD and Harden over Giannis and Chris? When Giannis and Chris, I don't believe, have lost together this year.
They have not, but
I think they
I
might
know,
have, but the three
Oh, the three,
of them
yeah.
playing together
Mhm.
haven't.
I still think that Harden and KD are still like them together. Even though Harden's had his struggles a little bit, but he also had his ups this season too. And when they had their ups together, them motherfuckers, they still in the top of the East too, like them two. So I still got faith in them, not over the Bucks as a whole, but them two together. I still think is. A little bit
My
better
question
than
isn't forward projecting, but more so, what have you seen to put them over what you've seen from Giannis and Chris? I was just curious, not like saying you wrong. I was just
Yeah,
curious.
that's too deep for the intro, bro. We about to get out of here.
This nigga's, I don't know. That's my
Hey,
list.
I ain't say that. You said that. I
That's
said
what-
too
that's
deep
what
for
I
the
heard.
intro.
That's what I heard.
Hey, you
That's
hearing
what I
two
heard.
different things.
That's what I heard.
Well,
If I
that's-
can't get an answer, that's what I hear.
That's
Hey,
what they
we ain't got
niggas
no
say.
time left, bro.
That's what they say.
That's what I heard. Did you hear that too?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
we
what
already
they say.
over, bro. We ain't got no time left.
The shot clock expired.
Talking out his ass.
We got a whole 25 minutes left talking about some
Too deep for the
shot
intro,
clock
bro.
things. It ain't even the intro. But that's the show this week. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure that y'all vote when y'all see them lists go up. And yeah. Make sure that y'all are following us on our social medias. Make sure that y'all rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff to the show. Tell somebody about us, and really just have a good week. I hope y'all enjoy yourselves.
Tim, you want to hit him with the socials?
Sure. You can find us on Facebook, Technical File Podcast. We also have a Facebook group, Technical File Pod Overtime, where you can join in with the listeners, fans, and the fam. The listeners, fans, and the fam also be on our Instagram and our Twitter at Technical File. Also, www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
You're damn right.
Make sure you click the YouTube page while you're there too. Check us out live every Tuesday, 6 to 8:30.
6 to 8.
30.
30.
It's like the sandwiches at the end of the Arby's commercials and shit. 6 to 8. 30.
I don't know why I don't put 30 on there. Like,
Because the 6 to 8 just rolls off the tongue.
It just rolls off the tongue.
hey, someone got to come in with the 30, then add the Central Time. So it just, hey, that's just the way it's gonna work. It's a group effort. It's a group effort. But if y'all want to follow me on social media, you can catch me
Wait a minute.
on the Twitter, the Instagram, and these PSN streets at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
Your mom is fancy.
thank you, good sir.
At your world champion, winners of 10 out of their last 11 games, Milwaukee Bucks burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. I'm gonna miss y'all.
Big sigh. I felt that air on my
Till next week.
arm.
I got big nostrils.
All right, bye, y'all.
This has been a presentation of Breaks Media.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.